San Diego, it's time to fire it up. From the beaches to the ballparks, from the Gaslamp to North County, no one knows America's finest city like he does.
You can't just punt on a Manny Machado prime year.
He's a fourth-generation San Diegan, born and raised in the heart of this community. Passionate, opinionated, and always bringing you the real talk on your teams, your city, and everything in between.
Braden totally knows his stuff. He's ready for the next step. That guy is good.
Live and local, it's the Braden Surprenant Show.
But I think Braden's one of the up-and-coming young stars in the media game in San Diego.
Now, here's your host, Braden Surprenant.
What's up, San Diego? And a happy Monday to everybody out there in America's finest city. He's Frank Marchese. I'm Braden Surprenant. This is the Braden Surprenant Show, live and local each and every day from 10 to 2 on San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3 The Fan. It's an exciting Monday for a big, exciting week here on 97.3 The Fan with the Braden Surprenant Show. We got Fan Fest on Saturday coming up. It's going to be great. We're looking forward to that. We're going to be on Saturday from 12 to 2 at Petco Park, live at Fan Fest. Should be a fun time following Ben and Woods and taking to Gwen and Chris. Kind of a special show on Saturday. That won't be the only time that we're down at Petco Park this week.
Yeah, we're at Petco twice this week.
We're going to be down at Petco Park tomorrow for the Padres Blood Drive. I love being a part of the Blood Drive. I love helping in any way I possibly can. I have told my story each and every time that we have participated in the Blood Drive. I mean, the San Diego Blood Bank is the reason I'm alive today. And I will always try to do a show at every blood drive that I can here in San Diego, especially the Padres Blood Drive with our partnership with the San Diego Padres. It's going to be great being down there. So I know usually when we're down there, it's, we talk to Claudine Van Gonka, who is a representative of the blood bank. And, every time it's like, well, we take walk-ins, we'll do some of this, some of that. But now's the time. If you want to donate blood and save a lot of people's lives, including, saving people's lives like me when I was an infant, you can now make an appointment for tomorrow. I'm sure you still can. So I highly recommend doing that. If you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, you impact a lot of people's lives. Obviously, the people in my life who are highly impacted by the blood bank, with my loved ones going through when I, needed the blood transfusions to stay alive when I was firstborn, and everybody that is part of my life has obviously loved that fact that the blood bank saved my life. I obviously love that fact. So there's a lot of people out there that really need blood, and the Padres do a great job partnering with the blood bank, and they will have the blood drive tomorrow. We will be there live tomorrow. Should be a good time. Look forward to seeing you guys down there at Petco Park tomorrow. In just a little bit, we got the update from the Padres. They announced today all their promotional giveaways for the season. We will take a look at that. The Padres were very nice enough to come down here to the studio and bring all of their promotional items for us to show off. So we will tell you when the games are, who they're playing against, and what the big promotional item is. Plus, if you're on YouTube, you get to see it live on your YouTube screen. So we're going to be doing that in just a little bit. Got a lot to talk about today. College basketball over the weekend. Aztecs survive at UNLV. A little shaky there early. UNLV gave them a little bit of a run, but then the Aztecs prevailed in the second half and able to win by 10 points. USD took some tough losses over the weekend. UCSD losing to Irvine at home. That's a tough one, but after they beat Davis, that's a big race in the Big West Conference. USD, they played a tournament team on Saturday. Santa Clara is a tournament team. I'm going to tell you that right now. I watched them in person. They're legit. They got 8 guys that could beat you. Everybody could score. They're the leading offense in the West Coast Conference. They're top 50 in the net. Santa Clara trying to compete for an at-large spot. They held St. Mary's to 31% shooting last week before they went and took on San Diego. And up until about 9 minutes left in the second half, Santa Clara was shooting 71% from the field. I'm going to say it again. They were shooting 71% from the field. That's incredible. They weren't able to hang on to that, but if they were, that would have been a record, a school record for Santa Clara. That was a really good basketball team that I watched. USD takes the loss. They had a split week, 1-1 after beating Washington State, losing to Santa Clara. So that's the men's basketball update. I want to give a shout out to Blanche Alverson and the USD women's basketball team. I did their game on Saturday as well. Saturday was a doubleheader for me. I had 2 basketball games to call, but the women's basketball team upset LMU in women's basketball. That was great. That was a huge win for them. Climb their way out of that bottom 4, give themselves a bye in the West Coast Conference tournament would be great for USD women's basketball, but that's a big win because LMU was a game out of first place, and LMU is the only team to beat Oregon State, who's the number 1 team in the West Coast Conference. So that's the college basketball outlook of things. From a Padres perspective, again, we're going to talk about the promotional giveaways in a second, but Saturday was a day for a lot of Padres fans and a lot of people part of the organization that were touched by Randy Jones to pay the respects at the public memorial service of Randy Jones. And Randy Jones is just such a great person to be around. I am so blessed that I was able to work with Randy, get to know Randy, call Randy a friend. I mean, there was one time I went up there one time to his house up in Escondido. You know, he trained a lot of young pitchers here in San Diego. He would go do pitching lessons up at his house in Escondido. He built a little bullpen at his house. It was a beautiful property. I think just off of Center City Parkway or whatever it was, but it was like an orchard. It had all these fruit trees. I mean, he had the biggest avocado trees I had ever seen, but him and his wife were just the nicest people when we're over there. And there was nothing like sitting in a press box and talking baseball with Randy Jones. And I'm so blessed I was able to do that. He would talk pitching, you know, and the other thing too, how cool was this? I mean, you got to see a lot of former Padres show up. You know, Randy Jones was never a coach for the Padres in these last 10, 20 years. But he'd go down there and he'd mentor a lot of pitchers. He would get on them too. He had no fear to go on there and say a guy was being soft. I tell you that. And how about that? You had Andrew Kastner show up. Andrew Kastner mentioned how much of a, big spot Randy was in his life. You know, Tyson Ross was there yesterday. I mean, some two former Padres pitchers that, again, he wasn't the pitching coach, but the impact that Randy Jones had on their lives. Such a blessed man to know, and one that, really showed what it was like to be a member of the Padres organization. He was one of the perfect players, former players to represent the organization and the San Diego Padres. The first player to get his number retired. Celebration of life on Saturday lasted 77 minutes, fitting for one of the MLB's fastest workers. Randy, who once pitched an 89-minute complete game in 1977. Jones passed away on November 18th at age 75, but what a great ceremony they had for Randy Jones on Saturday. We'll talk more about that later on and what Randy Jones meant to the organization, what Randy Jones meant to this community in San Diego. But he was an amazing man and a really cool guy to know. And funny, I tell you what, he told some funny stories about being in the clubhouse and all that stuff. Some stories about what he would tell current players to figure it out. Some for air, some not for air, but just a great person to be around. I'm glad the Padres did a really good job with that memorial service on Saturday. And then moving on to Sunday, as we kind of recap the weekend, I was running around all day on Sunday, so I didn't get to really lock into the Broncos and Patriots game, but that looked like they were playing in a blizzard yesterday. And I framed my day. I was like, okay, these are usually the two best games of the playoffs because teams are trying to get to the Super Bowl. It's always like, get to the Super Bowl, get to the Super Bowl, get to the Super Bowl. And once you're there, it's kind of like, all right, it's kind of a crapshoot. But the game to get there is always the more important game. But I thought going into the weekend, it wasn't really hyped up. I think the whole situation with Bo Nix being out and Jared Stidham having to take over, didn't hear too much with the AFC Championship game. We briefly talked about it on Friday, but I felt like it was a very unhyped AFC and NFC Championship game going into the weekend. And the AFC Championship game started like that. I mean, that was it was kind of sloppy. They were playing in the elements. It wasn't both teams being able to play at their best. which led to a lot of people questioning whether or not they should play the game in the snow. Here's my take on it, because everybody goes back to the fact that the Super Bowl would never do that. The Super Bowl is different. The Super Bowl is an entertainment deal. That is a production. You can't have snow ruin the Super Bowl. I mean, the Super Bowl is like the most watched show in the United States every single year. People they stop what they're doing, they plan their day. I mean, everybody is starting to make plans for the Super Bowl if they haven't already done so. It's a different deal. But the AFC and NFC championship games, like, they don't have to be perfect like that. So people are going like, well, they would never do this for the Super Bowl. Why are they letting the AFC championship game be played in the elements? To me, you're either for playing the elements or you're against it. You can't like pick and choose when you want to play in the elements. If that's the case, what are you going to do? Are you going to make the AFC and NFC championship game neutral sites too? I mean, all these people were the same people bitching, moaning, and complaining that every stadium's going to have a roof on it soon. Well, what about playing in the elements? Well, they did yesterday. Oh, but we don't want those games in the elements. We just want the regular season games in the elements. Pick a side. Now, for the Broncos, defense was great, but they had Jarrett Stidham play quarterback. And after their opening drive, they did absolutely nothing on offense. And I'm sure the blizzard that they played in made it worse for them. But overall, you look at the Patriots and how they made it, they had the perfect path to make it to the Super Bowl. I think they're good, but I don't think they're better than Seattle, and I didn't think they're going to be better than the Rams, which gets us to the NFC Championship game. But, I'm fired up for Mike Vrabel and Drake May. Those are two likable people on a very unlikable organization that has been an unlikable organization for a long time. I think they're unlikable because now you got to deal with all the Boston fans popping off about the Patriots again because they're in the Super Bowl. But I think they're about to get their ass kicked, to be honest with you. I like Mike Vrabel. I love Drake May. I love them both. I think they're fun to watch. I like the tandem up there in New England. I think they've done a great job. That thing's coming to a close in 2 weeks because Seattle and Los Angeles were the best two teams left in the NFL. Denver not having Bo Nix hurt them tremendously yesterday. I don't necessarily think that Bo Nix makes that game a winner for the Broncos. It probably makes it look a lot more appealing. I can tell you that. But then you go to the Rams-Seahawks game. That was the Super Bowl. That was the Super Bowl. It was last night in the Rams-Seahawks game. That was a phenomenal football game played by two great teams. But the question I ask is, what was Sean McVay doing when they scored the touchdown to make it 31-26? Why don't you go for two? You had them on the heel. You had them on their heels. You're moving the ball at will. Like, why don't you go for two right there? If you don't get it, you're still down 5. You still have to score a touchdown anyway. But if you get the 2-point conversion, you're down 3. And then instead of that 4th and 4 play, which, by the way, defensively for the Seahawks, they schemed that well. They convinced Matt Stafford that they were bringing 7. They only rushed 3. They dropped 8 in the coverage, and that really threw off Stafford on that 4th and 4 play. But why didn't they go for 2? Sean McVay goes for 2, and they get it. They're down 3. They're kicking a field goal right there, and the game's tied at 31. I saw people go like, well, why don't you just kick a field goal anyway, make it 31-30? You still have to make a stop. No. Go back further. I know it was earlier in the game, but why don't you go for 2? My dad asked that question yesterday. I'm like, I don't know. Is it too early? He's like, who cares? It's the championship game. And I kind of have to agree. It's not like you're chasing that much points at that point in time. I don't know why the Rams didn't go for 2 after they scored to make it 31-26. No idea. They go for 2 right there. They get it. They're down 3. They miss it. They're still down 5. They still need a touchdown anyway. And then on that 4th and 4, like I mentioned before, they could be kicking it. They could be kicking a field goal. It's tied at 31, and now all of a sudden you have to burn the timeout and you're just try to make a stop or hold them to a field goal. We'll see. I'm sure Sean McVay will haunt him a little bit, but what a turnaround story for the Seahawks. How about that? I mean, certain people at ESPN thought they were cooked when they traded Geno Smith. How's that today? Was it catastrophically bad that they traded Geno Smith? I don't know. It seemed to be doing pretty well for Sam Darnold right now. Doing pretty well. So that was kind of the recap of the weekend. We got a lot to get to today on the Braden Surprenant show. We got the Padres promotional giveaways that we're going to get to here in a second. I know they're doing some social media and stuff like that around, so we're going to get to that point. But overall, not a bad weekend, which started. I had a great Friday, by the way, Frank. I had a great Friday. How was your weekend?
It was good. I enjoyed it. Got to relax a little bit. Yesterday was a little messed up. I slept on my shoulder wrong. And,
that's never good. Hey, you're at the age now, dude. That's going to cripple you for weeks.
Yeah, that stunk yesterday. But other than that, I had a very good, relaxing week. Rolex 24 was this weekend. So got to sit and watch all the racing from Daytona. The Mazda races were phenomenal.
What's Daytona? 3 Sundays?
Yes. They're at Bowman Gray Stadium this weekend for the Clash, and then it's off for the Super Bowl, and then Daytona 500 the weekend after, the Sunday after.
I'm surprised that you haven't convinced Adam to put a countdown to Daytona on the website, just like we have the pitchers and catchers one. Hey, Adam, I think we should put the countdown to Daytona on the website.
I mean, NASCAR is coming here. We do have to get up on this stuff. Like, we do have to know what's going on. I didn't get to watch A2 yet, which the Supercross from Anaheim, but other than that, good weekend.
That's good. Friday went and looked at doing the condo searching and stuff like that. That's always fun. So I checked out a couple of condos in North Park on Friday. But then I turned it into like me and my friend had a great day. Went down, we parked down at Saints because we were going to go to the basketball game. Then we walked over to Grand Ole Barbecue. They participated in their happy hour at Grand Ole Barbecue. I haven't been to the Grand Ole Barbecue at North Park before. That was awesome. I've been to the one in Flynn, out in Flynn Springs, which is great in itself. But the one in North Park, it's great. And there's a bunch of they have a bunch of, I don't know what it was, but they have a lot of like Disney stuff there. I'm looking at the wall. Like the inside looks like a 1970s living room, but they have like these long paintings inside. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting cartoon. I'm like, wait a minute. That's the painting from the Haunted Mansion. Those are the paintings from the Haunted Mansion when the elevator goes down. And what first put me onto this, we were getting a drink. I had to get a Shiner because, it's a barbecue place.
As you do.
And I'm sitting there waiting for my Shiner Bock, and I look, and there's a gargoyle holding candles. And I'm like, that looks like the gargoyle thing in like the Haunted Mansion. And my friend's like, I guess it could be like any gargoyle thing. I'm like, I don't know. And then I look around, and they have all these like paintings. And then they have that sign they have at Disneyland where it's like, where you walk under the bridge. What's that thing? Where like, here we leave, whatever, yada, 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 yada. They had that sign up. And then the door for the employees had a cast members only sign from Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, what's with the Disney decor? Whatever.
Well, how was...
And we went to Underbelly after.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what was that? How was that?
Underbelly was great. I had never been. I heard it was, I'm sure everybody's got their ramen places. I've never had ramen before, so I thought it was really good. I didn't think you order at the counter and then they bring it to you. Most of it's outside, but they had like fire. They had those tables with the fire in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like communal seating. So like you share like a giant table with a couple other people, but I got the dumplings that start with a G that I can't pronounce. Edamame. We both got a ramen bowl. Couple Sapporos, that was good. Then went over to the Saints Cathedral basketball game, that was fun. And then we went to a Part-Time Lover for the nightcap. That's like a bar that's got like a vinyl record store in there. With some eclectic stuff. So it was a great night, great time on Friday. Great weekend overall. Good to be part. Yeah, that's how you gyoza. I don't know how to say it, but I thought it was great. Anyway, we got to take a break. When we come back, all the promotionals for the Padres season. You don't want to miss this. They got a lot of cool stuff. We'll show it off for you when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show. Standing Summer Sports Station, 97.3 The Fan. $10:24 on a Monday. We'll get everything going here. Braden Surprenant, Frank Marchese. We are here live at the Bill Howe Studios. We know how. As we, on a Monday, have been blessed to have the Padres stop by and give us a look at the promotional giveaways for this year. And there's a look at some of them. We're going to have Frank kind of walk around as I kind of go through what some of these promotional items are. But the Padres today announced their 2026 promotional schedule, including giveaways, theme games, and events. Every homestand, you can get single game tickets for the 2026 regular season home games on sale on Tuesday, February 3rd. So you got to still wait until next Tuesday at 10 in the morning Pacific time by visiting www.padres.com. Season ticket members have priority access to tickets and enjoy the best available seats. Season ticket memberships have sold out for the fourth consecutive season due to franchise record demand, and therefore all remaining tickets for the 2026 season are available on a single game basis. So these will be, you could buy tickets starting on February 3rd. There are 15 all-fan giveaways planned for the 2026, highlighted by fan favorites such as high-quality wearables, stylish hats, and bobbleheads, all of which take place during select home games throughout the season, limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance. There are 3 different styles of hats this year, and there's a bunch of other stuff. We're going to get to that, but we'll just kind of go through the beginning of the season to the end, and see if you can follow along here, Frank, with what we got. But the first giveaway will be on Friday, March 27th. That's the day after opening day. That's the Tony Gwynn opening day. There's going to be an opening series scarf presented by Saquon Casino Resort. Start the season in style with a Cozy Padres opening series scarf, which looks nice. It's great. Nice little scarf. At the beginning games, the early games at Petco Park are usually kind of chilly. But that's a good-looking scarf right there. So that will be against the Tigers on Friday, March 27th. On Monday, March 30th, this one's super cool. On Monday, March 30th, they have I'm a sucker for 1998 stuff. They have a 1998 belt bag, which is perfect for it's a bag that you could bring into the ballpark, which is awesome. I know my mom's got a bag like that. My girlfriend's got a bag like that. There's a lot of different. My sister's got a bag like that, and a lot of people use them to get in the stadiums, but now you can have a Padres one, which is great. So 1998 colors too. So they've seen they've debuted the original one that they had. They've had a City Connect one, and now they got a Padres 1998 belt bag. So that will be pretty cool for everybody out there. That's Monday, March 30th. On a Thursday, April 9th against the Rockies will be the Manny's Hot Corner bobblehead. So it's Manny Machado playing third base. They got the flames around the side. It's presented by McDonald's. First 40,000 in attendance. Display-worthy collectible features Machado at third base and is a keepsake for all the faithful. That's a nice little. I like the little bottom there. That's pretty cool. What is that? Is that the armband? Pink armband? Yeah, it looks nice. Again, if you want to go back, you can rewatch this on YouTube and take a look at everything in the on the deal here. Let's move on to the next one. Wednesday, April 15th versus Seattle Mariners. The puffer vest presented by State Farm. That's that vest right there on the table. That's pretty nice. The best part about this is, like, when I was a kid, like, some of the giveaways were kind of lame, but now they have made them so legit. I mean, that's a nice little vest right there. It's presented by State Farm. That will be, again, on April 15th against the Seattle Mariners, a Wednesday game at 6:40. Not a Wednesday day game. It's a Wednesday night game. First 40,000 fans get that. Against the Cubs, there's a waffle beanie presented by Motorola Razr. Waffle beanies on April 28th against the Cubs. Top off your fit with a soft waffle beanie made for night games at the ball and a ballpark photo op. This item is limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance as well. So that's pretty cool. I like the bobblehead. The one they had last year was cool too, but the beanie, the one they had last year was cool too. First bobblehead for Mason Miller, Thursday, May 7th, at least in a Padres uniform. They got the Mason Miller bobblehead. Watch your speed. Elite pitching with a bobblehead that nods to Miller's clutch moments on the mound. He's got fire coming off of the baseball on his delivery, which is super cool. You can bring that a little bit closer to the camera if you want. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So Mason Miller bobblehead giveaway Thursday, May 7th. And if you missed anything that we have said already, if you're driving around, we're talking about the promotional giveaways for the Padres here in 2026. If you want to check out the website, or you could get this, is padres.com/giveaways, and it'll have the whole list. And again, if you want to buy tickets to these games, you could start going the single game tickets are on sale on Tuesday, February 3rd at 10 in the morning. That's the first chance that you have. Obviously, season ticket memberships have priority to do that. As we move along, we got the patriotic Aloha shirt for the day after Memorial Day. I think May 26th. So it's a Tuesday. Maybe it's coming before, but celebrate America's upcoming 250th birthday with the Padres themed patriotic Aloha shirt. Pretty nice. Got the Blue Angels on there. It's got the Padres logo. It's got the Padres military logo on a baseball. Nice little Hawaiian shirt, patriotic against the Phillies on May 26th. Coming up on Tuesday, June 9th against the Reds. Bogey goes boom bobblehead. You got a Xander Bogaerts finishing his home run swing with his signature gray and maroon bat. So that's pretty cool bobblehead as well. It's presented by Palomar Specialty Insurance on June 9th. So Bogaerts has a bobblehead on Tuesday, June 9th. Coming up on Monday, June 22nd against the Atlanta Braves. Got the Western snapback hat. Kind of looks like a rodeo hat. It's pretty cool looking. It's got San Diego Padres in the Western font, if you will, or San Diego Padres written in Western font with the SD logo in the middle. Pretty cool looking hat right there. That's presented by Petco. First 40,000 fans in attendance will have that one. Again, all of these are for the first 40,000 fans for these, unless I say otherwise. Wednesday, July 8th, Trevor Hoffman bobblehead. He's repping the navy blue 1998 gear. Honor the Hall of Famer and Padres legendary closer with the Trevor Hoffman bobblehead. Presented by Canels. This bobblehead limited the first 40,000 fans, so it's in stride. Trevor Hoffman, kind of a classic look at bobblehead against the Diamondbacks in July. On July 12th, just for the kids, they have the Squeeze Top water bottle, which is a kids giveaway. I don't know if they have that here today because it's a kids giveaway. Again, some of these are for the first 40,000 fans. Some of them are for the first 10,000 fans. It's a kind of little water bottle for kids 14 and under. It looks like an ice cream sundae, which is pretty cool. Tuesday, July 28th. I know a lot of you guys love this one. It's presented by Soapy Joe's The Poncho. Got the San Diego Padres poncho. Looks pretty nice. I like it. I'm sure you'll see a lot of you guys repping that out there at Padre games. That's on July 28th. Bucket hats. Everybody loves the bucket hat. You got a reversible bucket hat, which you have multiple looks for. You have the Padres white home uniform version. You also have the sand away version as well with the swinging fryer on it. Multiple looks. Home and away bucket hat will be Thursday, July 30th against the Giants. A 6:40 start, first 40,000 fans. Coming up on August 10th, a superhero pocket tee presented by San Diego Community Power, which is pretty cool. Usually right after the Comic-Con road trip that the Padres have to go on. So a little bit of a superhero t-shirt. Pretty good front and back. It's got that front pocket. Small logo in the front, big logo in the back. It's good style for a t-shirt, let me tell you. Coming up on Sunday, August 23rd, it's another kids giveaway. You can check that on the website. Monday, August 24th, the next day against the Pirates, you got the Jackson Merrill robbery bobblehead. So it's Jackson Merrill robbing a home run with the blue fence right there in his home uniform. It's a pretty cool looking bobblehead. And then this is the best one. You thought you were going to give away. You thought you were going to get a secret. You thought you were going to get a secret. You thought you were going to find out about the City Connect uniforms. Well, we have the bobblehead for the City Connect uniforms. It just hasn't been painted yet. They're not going to display that until the new City Connect uniforms are out. But they have the Fernando Tatis City Connect bobblehead presented by Big Bully Turf. That will be on Tuesday, September 8th against the Washington Nationals. Dressed in the Padres City Connect 2.0, the Tatis City Connect bobblehead presented by Big Bully Turf channels Nando's flair at the plate, limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance. Dynamic details of this bobblehead will make it a centerpiece for your collectibles. Again, we don't know what the City Connect uniforms are yet, but that is what that will look like. It kind of, you know what? The unpainted City Connect Fernando looks like a marble statue because it's not painted yet. That would be a cool bobblehead as a statue contract bobblehead. It's not bad looking with the marble, but that's a look at all of the giveaways from the San Diego Padres. Again, if you missed any of it, go to padres.com/giveaways, padres.com/giveaways. You can see the whole schedule that has the giveaways, how you can get them, the dates and everything like that. On top of this, again, as we have talked about it before, they will have theme games. You could check that on the Padres website. They will also have the different schedule for the parties at the park, which they do all the time. So those are a little bit different, but the giveaways that we have showed you today on YouTube, as well as talked about on the radio, these are the ones that are for the first 40,000 people in attendance. These are for basically everybody in the stadium, first 40,000 fans. Okay. But this is the one that you don't need a special ticket for, all of these. So if you want to get single game tickets, it will be live on Tuesday, February 3rd at 10 in the morning. 10 a.m. Pacific time. February 3rd is when you could get single game tickets. That's when they go on sale. And you could do that at padres.com/tickets. If you want to look at the giveaway schedule, it's padres.com/giveaways. A lot of cool stuff that we just displayed right there. Pretty cool, Frank.
Yeah, no, it is. It is really, really awesome. And by the way, no, I was not petting Fernando's hair. I was trying to show you that there is a lot of detail in the hair as well. But I'm excited for a lot of these. So many of these look so cool. That and also the theme game bobbleheads and theme game giveaways that are available this year. We have one of the Padre reps here explain them to us. Those sound incredible. And also with FanFest coming up on Saturday, there are still tickets available for FanFest. So if you want to go to FanFest this weekend, there's still plenty of option. There's still plenty of availability for FanFest this weekend.
Plus, they get the garage sale at the FanFest,
Yes.
which is super awesome. So that's a look at all the giveaways. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the theme games. I had somebody ask, did they mention the Star Wars bobblehead yet? Yes, we will get to that as part of the theme games when we come back. And the Braden said we gotta let the Padres take all their stuff back. But when we come back, we'll mention the theme games and some of the parties and the park dates to finish up the first hour on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. 10:42 on a Monday. Padres giveaways. That was fun. I like doing that. So they got other things going on with the giveaways too, because somebody asked about the theme nights as well. The Padres theme games, that is live as well in terms of like what are the theme games. Now this is different than the giveaways. Okay, so like you have to buy special tickets for the upcoming theme games,
which are available starting next Tuesday.
Correct. All single game tickets are going to go live on February 3rd at 10 in the morning. So that's when you can get this stuff. Because somebody asked about what's the Star Wars bobblehead? So they got a lot of cool stuff on here for the theme games. They got a Hello Kitty theme game on Saturday, March 28th. And so a lot of these are different days than like the main giveaways. But ones are, the Hello Kitty #1. I guess there's multiple. You got Bark at the Park #1. They're going to do multiple Bark at the Park with, theme game packages, including the opportunity to take your favorite dog on the field for a pregame track walk against the Giants. So there's a lot of other cool stuff that the Padres do that are not giveaways for everybody. They have all of the heritage nights too that are cool. So they have special themed hats for all the different heritage celebrations that the Padres do. I love these. I think these are super cool. Those are spread out on the calendar. And then they got other, bobblehead type theme games. Again, you have to buy special tickets for these particular games. But they got a lot of cool ones on there as well. And the Star Wars weekend one, because somebody asked. So Star Wars weekend is Friday, May 22nd against the A's through Sunday, May 24th. They are giving away it's a Jackson Merrill bobblehead. So it's Jackson Merrill in the Star Wars saga. You know, he's got a Star Wars like outfit on. And this theme game package includes a special edition Jackson Merrill and Grogu bobblehead, plus a ticket to the A's and Padres game of your choice. So again, that's a specialty ticket item. The Jackson Merrill with Grogu, which is Baby Yoda for the people that are not informed on the actual name of that character in The Mandalorian. Anyway, but there's a lot of cool stuff. So there's a lot of theme game stuff that's out there. A lot of them have theme game hats. Like they have, you know, they got a lot of heritage nights. They got multiple Bark at the Parks. Theme game, Italian Heritage Celebrations, July 6th against the Diamondbacks, Frank. Still time to let us come out and throw the first pitch as the all-Italian sports talk show on 97 through the Fan.
I've always said I would love to throw out a first pitch, but I know I'm going to be the one that is going to be so nervous and just spike it and be on gag reels forever.
Just don't be like 50 Cent and hit somebody somewhere else. Do not embarrass there's been a lot of great Italians that have played this sport. You cannot embarrass the Italians. Do not embarrass us.
Trust me, I'm not going to want to. I'm not going to try to.
Do not embarrass us. Look at Juan's chat.
I know. I saw it. I put it on the
motto. Do not embarrass us. Okay. So that's on July 6th. They got all the heritage nights throughout. They got San Diego Zoo night. They got the Catholic night. Oh, wow. Hockey night. That's kind of cool. Hockey night, Saturday, July 11th against the Blue Jays. They're giving away a hockey sweater for the specialty theme games. They're not giving it away. You have to buy the tickets for the theme game. It is a Michael King Padres hockey sweater. It's got the swinging friar on the front. This is super cool. Look that up on your computer. See if we could show that. The theme game for the hockey night, I'm going to have to do that. That's awesome. July 11th against the Blue Jays, 5:40 on a Saturday. Nothing like you're playing the Canadian team. You've got the hockey night. It's great. They got the swinging friar on the front holding a hockey stick. That's the front logo. It's got Michael King's name on the back, the jersey number 34. It's a pretty nice looking. That's a pretty sweet Padres sweater. Not gonna lie. Are you part of the group, by the way, with the hockey? Like, is it a sweater or a jersey? Are you like super aggressive about there? It's a sweater. So if somebody says hockey jersey, do you scoff at them?
No, I'm not that elitist.
Okay, good. It's fun. Girl Scout, Don and Mud mini yacht night, theme night game.
Yes. Yep.
That's money, dude. That's a money bobblehead. A mini yacht for one. Say it, Donnie. Join beloved Padres announcer Don Orsillo and Mark Mud Grant on the open seas by purchasing this theme game package that includes a limited edition bobblehead and a ticket to the game versus the Giants and the Padres. As Don says, you got to get the theme game ticket. You got Irish night, right? Like all the heritage nights we talked about. It's Scout night. Hello Kitty has multiple nights. Bark at the Park has at least 5, it looks like. Healthcare appreciation games they got as well. And then, like they did the last couple of times, the Los Tucanes de Tijuana are going to perform a theme game post-game concert. You got to have special tickets for that. That will be the final theme game of the year, which is super cool. All these theme games are awesome.
I'm editing video from last segment right now. I've already gotten yelled at by the Padres. I tried to sneak in and look deep into the details.
Stop it.
Of the City Connect jersey.
Just be patient.
And I got told that
you don't know. Hey, we don't know.
It's just we don't know what it's going to look like yet. So I tried. I noticed something on the bobblehead.
Stop it. Stop talking. You need to stop. Just stop.
And I was given no answer.
Yeah, as they should. Just you can't wait. I mean, they'll be right around the corner.
No, I'm interested to see what these look like.
Announcing it. I'm sure they're announcing it before the season starts.
And for soccer, it's a kit, by the way. But so yeah,
I would never call a soccer uniform a kit.
I have already been yelled at by the Padres on your behalf. The fans of San Diego trying to get the tiniest crumb of information on the City Connect jerseys.
Every Friday's still the party in the park. Do they have the? I'm trying to see if they have all the dates of the parties in the park. I don't know if they have announced the themes yet, but every Friday home game is Party in the Park, presented by Southwest Airlines. Starting from the time gates open until first pitch, join us for a pregame happy hour in the fully transformed Gallagher Square, where fans can enjoy drink specials starting at $5, live music, and other activities. Fans must purchase Friar funds for discounted drinks. Yeah, it doesn't. It just has like all the Fridays that are on there. Most of them come with a promo, but I think they're all. Yeah, they haven't. 'Cause in years past, they did like cocktail fest, beer fest, wine fest, and like had different themes. But I wonder if it's now just one thing.
I'm not sure.
You want to ask about that?
No, I was trying to get
guys nosing around about the City Connects.
And by the way, she did not legitimately yell at me. She was very sweet.
She was very nice.
Thank you very much to the Padres for sending her out. She was absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. So yes, yeah. Nick Monte earlier, I saw it on the chat while you were displaying all the things. Show the Fernando bobblehead. It's blank. That's like this immediate reaction.
It's got a lot of detail in the hair, though. You can see each individual braid, which is what I was trying to point out while I was.
Why were you petting a bobblehead?
Because
head?
I was trying to show, like I was trying to highlight, hey, look at all of the detail that's in this.
You can't just do actions, dude. You have to speak a little bit about it.
I didn't.
You can't do creepy actions.
I did
and
not
expect
have
people
a
to not
microphone.
think you're creepy.
I did not have an microphone.
I'm just saying. Anyway, I love the theme game. The Party in the Park's always fun. That's a great. And the thing is with the Party in the Park, it's best to get down to Petco Park early to enjoy the day instead of dealing with traffic late. I know it's hard to get off work and stuff like that, but you got to get there. Yeah, exactly. That was you. Yeah, good, Toddy. Juan, don't tell anybody that in person, dude. Juan, I pet I pet my Nando bobblehead. Stop yelling at Frank.
Those are called inside thoughts.
Yeah, keep that to yourself.
Those should stay inside.
Keep that to yourself. Okay, so that was a look at all the promotional items. What's the coolest one that you thought?
Well,
in terms of the giveaways, not the ones that everybody can potentially get, not the theme game tickets.
My biggest takeaway from that whole segment we just did is Vanna White has nothing on me. Number one.
Oh, what's the net?
Number two? Like I said, we're the Xander Bogaerts show. So obviously we love the Xander Bogaerts one. I love the scarf. Being a soccer fan, I've become more and more accepting of the scarf, and I really like that scarf. I think it's the first. You said it's the first giveaway. That's Tony
the
Gwynn
scarf is the first
giveaway.
one. It's the first one. Oh, NASCAR night is on Friday, May 8th, by the way.
Gotcha. Yeah, which
a lot
makes
of these
sense. It's a month
don't
away.
have images yet. They're still working on it, but maybe they haven't had a finished product yet. But NASCAR night will be against the Cardinals.
Okay.
Friday, May 8th. Here's the quote from it. Buckle up because the thrill of speed merges with baseball. Cross the finish line at Petco Park with a racing-inspired bobblehead as part of your theme game package for Cardinals and Padres.
Okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a picture of the Jeremiah Estrada?
They do.
Bobblehead?
They do have a picture of the Jeremiah Estrada.
That's incredible.
Lowrider night, Friday, April 10th versus the Rockies. Cruising to Petco Park with the top on drop and the vibes sitting low. Packages for this new theme game include a bobblehead featuring Jeremiah Estrada in a slick lowrider along with a ticket to the Rockies Padres game. Again, theme nights are different than giveaways. Theme nights, you need a special ticket.
Yes.
Giveaways are for the first 40,000 fans. So there's a difference between the two. And you cannot buy single game tickets until next Tuesday. February 3rd, 10 in the morning is when you can go live. So you can go on the website, padres.com/giveaways, and you can look at the schedule and look when those events are. You can look at the theme nights. All of that stuff is live. You just can't buy tickets yet. So I highly recommend, because it's, you want to get them fast. You don't want to with the way that the Padres fans buy tickets,
Yeah.
and season ticket packages already, but season ticket memberships have already been sold out. You got a week to get all of your ducks in a row to figure out what games you want to go to and what games you want to buy tickets for.
And by the way, just because Go Aztec mentioned it, I think the Padres did miss an opportunity on that Jeremiah Estrada bobblehead.
I'm waiting for the tacos. Where the damn tacos at?
Yeah, I agree. Maybe next year. Tacos bobblehead. Tacos something. Taco night? Taco Tuesday with Jeremiah Estrada. He loves the tacos. All right, let's dive into what's going on in Major League Baseball when we come back. There's a lot of stuff going on in Major League Baseball, and then what's going on with Yu Darvish? Some news over the weekend we got to talk about.
Hey, it's Ben and Woods. Getting up early in the morning isn't a lot of fun, believe us, we know. But somehow
I'm
we
going
usually...
yard. Juan's pitching, I'm going yard.
But this is the only one that swings it is Ethan.
Hit the pitcher as hard as I can with the ball. He's gonna swear one, dude. Send a message. It's
Base hit. Keep it classy. Base hit. 5-5 hole.
I told him he was gonna.
I'm going to try not to hurt my hamstring even more than it already is. So if I get the ball past one, it's going to be it's a good thing.
Step back, swinging first pitch. No matter the pitch, swinging. It's going over the fence.
Oh, did he? No.
Oh, first at bat. I'm gonna go 5-5 hole, single, hard line drive, hard 90.
Are you kidding me? He doesn't. Heads up. Oh Lord. Since Juan's pitching, if he's pitching, I'm mid first pitch. Mid. Then maybe my next at bat, I might go yard off him. But. Oh, just missed it, Joel. Just missed it.
First at bat, realistically, I'm probably going to put one through the 3-4 hole.
Last week.
First hit. Nikki 3.
I'm going yard. Juan's pitching, I'm going yard.
But this is the only one that swings it is Ethan.
Hit the pitcher as hard as I can with the ball. He's gonna swear one, dude. Send a message. It's
Base hit. Keep it classy. Base hit. 5-5 hole.
I told him he was gonna.
I'm going to try not to hurt my hamstring even more than it already is. So if I get the ball past one, it's going to be it's a good thing.
Step back, swinging first pitch. No matter the pitch, swinging. It's going over the fence.
Oh, did he? No.
Oh, first at bat. I'm gonna go 5-5 hole, single, hard line drive, hard 90.
Are you kidding me? He doesn't. Heads up. Oh Lord. Since Juan's pitching, if he's pitching, I'm mid first pitch. Mid. Then maybe my next at bat, I might go yard off him. But. Oh, just missed it, Joel. Just missed it.
First at bat, realistically, I'm probably going to put one through the 3-4 hole.
Last week.
First hit. Nikki 3.
I'm going yard. Juan's pitching, I'm going yard.
But this is the only one that swings it is Ethan.
Hit the pitcher as hard as I can with the ball. He's gonna swear one, dude. Send a message. It's
Base hit. Keep it classy. Base hit. 5-5 hole.
I told him he was gonna.
I'm going to try not to hurt my hamstring even more than it already is. So if I get the ball past one, it's going to be it's a good thing.
Step back, swinging first pitch. No matter the pitch, swinging. It's going over the fence.
Oh, did he? No.
Oh, first at bat. I'm gonna go 5-5 hole, single, hard line drive, hard 90.
Are you kidding me? He doesn't. Heads up. Oh Lord! Since Juan's pitching, if he's pitching, I'm mid first pitch. Mid. Then maybe my next at bat, I might go yard off him. But. Oh, just missed it, Joel. Just missed it.
First at bat, realistically, I'm probably gonna put one through the 3-4 hole.
Last week. First hit. Nikki 3.
I'm going yard. Juan's pitching, I'm going yard.
But this is the only one that swings it is Ethan.
Hit the pitcher as hard as I can with the ball. He's gonna wear one, dude. Send a message. It's
Base hit. Keep it classy. Base hit. 5-5 hole.
I'll get some 97 through the fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with the crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Big thanks to the Padres for showing off all of their promotional items. It's going to be great this season. I'm sure I'll already start putting together tickets that I have to go buy for the fam and everything like that. So we will. I'm in the same spot as Juan right now. Juan goes, my girlfriend just texted me about the Hello Kitty theme games. Rip my paycheck. R.I.P. Juan's paycheck. Sorry about it. Anyway, all right, let's get to what else is going on in Major League Baseball. There's a lot to get to, obviously. Sounded like there was something going on while we were talking about all of that stuff when it came to the to Major League Baseball. It was Harrison Bader is now a new San Francisco Giant, Frank.
Yes. Don't get ahead of me now. So, yes, it does appear as though Harrison Bader is going to the San Francisco Giants, which kind of hurts the joke I made in the one bit. It's going to be a 2-year contract, according to John Heyman. 2 years, $20.5 million, according to MLB Network insider John Heyman. The team has not confirmed the deal. It is pending a physical. This is from Andrew Simon on MLB.com from 14 minutes ago. This is Bader's third consecutive offseason as a free agent, but this time he was coming off arguably his best year of his career. The 31-year-old, typically known better for his glove, set career highs basically across the board offensively, including 501 plate appearances, 17 home runs, a 3.47 on-base percentage, a 7.796 OPS, and a 117 OPS. Plus, he also reached 4 wins above average, wins above replacement, for the second time in his career per Baseball Reference, joining 2021 as the only other time he's done it.
All right. So the Giants paying a lot of money for Harrison Bader.
Mm-hmm.
$10.25 million.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, are you kidding me?
I mean,
Harrison Bader's not that good of a player. He's solid, but $10.25 million?
Who does San Francisco have in their outfield?
Jung-Hoo Lee.
You have Jung-Hoo Lee, Elliot Ramos,
and Harrison Bader.
I would have to assume Drew Gilbert's there. I mean, Luis Matos, Gerard Encarnacion,
don't you love
Grant
the
McCray?
Don't you love the highly accurate depth chart that these teams have on their website?
Oh, it's not even the depth chart.
I know, but
I've forgotten looking at the depth chart.
All right, their depth chart, their starting outfield according to the Giants depth chart. Obviously, Bader's not on there yet because, they haven't announced it, all that stuff. Elliot Ramos in left, Jung-Hoo Lee in center, Drew Gilbert in right.
Elliot Ramos was an all-star 2 years ago.
He's in left, Jung-Hoo Lee's in center, and Drew Gilbert's in right, according to the depth chart.
And Harrison Bader's a center fielder.
Right.
He's not starting over Jung-Hoo Lee.
Is he starting over Drew Gilbert?
Probably.
Do you even know who Drew Gilbert is?
Yes, I do know who Drew Gilbert is. He was a Met prospect.
Oh, that's why.
The Mets traded him for Taylor Rogers last year.
The Tennessee Volunteer, Drew Gilbert. Lefty. It's negative 0.3 WAR last year. 100 at bats, 3 home runs for the Giants.
Yeah,
I look at that Giants lineup and it does not scare me.
No, not at all.
Their infield's solid though. If they are able to acquire a second baseman. Now, Casey Schmidt, San Diego guy, is currently they're listed as their second baseman. But I like it. San Diego State Aztecs, San Diego guy, great. They'd be better off with Nico Horner or Brandon Donovan than Casey Schmidt. But this is the stuff I'm talking about. Like, Gwen and Chris talked about this the other day. Everybody's roster has massive holes in it. Mm-hmm. Everybody has some type of hole to it. Like, even the big bad Dodgers, you go to their bench and you're like, I'm sorry, who are these guys? It's a massive fall off. Like, everybody's got holes to their roster. I just feel like we look at things in a vacuum sometimes in San Diego and just go like, everybody else has these perfect teams. Look at the Giants. Catcher, Patrick Bailey, Rafael Devers at first, Casey Schmidt at second, Matt Chapman at third, Willie Adames at short, Elliot Ramos, Jung-Hoo Lee, Drew Gilbert. I'll take the Padres roster. I will. Is that roster better than the Padres?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
It's good. I wouldn't say it's bad. Probably one of the better teams in the National League. Their DH right now is Bryce Eldridge, according to the depth chart. Your rotation's solid. They got Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, Adrian Hauser, Tyler Mahle. I mean, they got guys that can pitch. Can't dog their starting rotation. Their bullpen's pretty solid with Ryan Walker and Randy Rodriguez in the back of that bullpen, but that's not a team that scares me.
No.
Gwen and Chris went over the rosters. They're like, that's a pretty solid roster the Padres have. This is one of your teams you have to compete with. Padres are better than this team. They are. And even with Harrison Bader. $10.25 million for Harrison Bader is ridiculous. Maybe that's what they had to pay to get him to go to San Francisco. I mean, it's not higher taxes out here and stuff like that. That's also a little bit of a factor, but $10 million on him?
That is a lot.
Your highest paid players in the Giants are Devers at $29 million, Adames at $26 million, Matt Chapman at $25 million. You know what all those guys have in common? They're in their 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to Robbie Ray. He's making $24 million. He's got 1 year left on his deal. He's 34. Jung-Hoo Lee is like the youngest player on your team in terms of the players with guaranteed salaries. Tyler Mahle's 31. Harrison Bader is 32 years old. Even your arbitration eligible players are in their 30s. Doesn't scare me.
They almost got better. Almost.
Is this like are they massively better now? I don't necessarily think they are.
I'm talking about this next bit here. The San Francisco Giants.
Hang on, before you get to that. Are you the one that sent me the banner for the Giants that said we offered a lot of big time free agents?
Yes, that was me.
Every year, it's the same thing with the Giants. Is hey, better watch out. We got a lot of money to spend, and every year it's like Willie Adames. That's who you spent it on.
They won the deadline.
Harrison Bader. Yeah, they won the deadline. That's right. Didn't win the offseason, though. That goes to the Blue Jays. Maybe the Orioles. All right, continue.
The San Francisco Giants once again cement their place in the Hall of Just Missed It, as a report from The Athletic's Andrew Baggarly insinuated a few days ago. With Mackenzie Gore getting traded to Texas, the Nationals have made it known that young stars like Jacob Young and apparently C.J. Abrams are available. Baggarly reported that the Giants proposed a trade for C.J. Abrams that included MLB Pipeline's number 44 prospect, shortstop Huáscar Gonzalez. The Nationals declined the deal and are looking for a bigger return for Abrams, though it is unclear what that bigger and better return would be. The Giants are already sitting with Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, and Rafael Devers in their infield and are attempting to pry Brendan Donovan away from St. Louis. So just missed it.
Close.
On C.J. Abrams.
Close. Are they still working on a deal for Abrams?
I guess not. Not that I've seen. I think
the Giants got C.J. Abrams. Like that would suck for the Padres, and I have to deal with him for the next decade because they try to re-sign him for sure. If they're going to give up a top 50 prospect, they're definitely going to try to re-sign C.J. Abrams. Now, if you're the Nationals, based on what you got for Mackenzie Gore and the fact that none of them were a top 100 prospect, You better get a top 100 prospect.
Yeah.
Go pull up the chart that apparently we read wrong, but dope. You want a top 100 prospect. Otherwise, there's no reason to trade your star. And if you're another team, if you're the Padres, right? If you're a team that like trading prospects, trade anybody that's not a top 100 guy. It is more likely they're not going to pan out at all than it is that they're going to be better than what you're trading for. So if you're the Nationals, you better get a top 50 prospect back for the Giants if you're going to trade CJ Abrams, if not two. Because otherwise, it'd be such a waste. If the Nationals trade CJ Abrams, what do they have left? They have James Wood. James Wood's a solid player. But even then, like, is he going to stay?
No.
They're probably going to trade him. That's why you make these deals. Like, these teams, like, the Nationals didn't get better. And they're just going to continue to punt and punt and punt and punt and kick the rock down the road and never be successful.
What's the future of Dylan Cruz in Washington?
It's all right, man. They traded away Max Scherzer and Trey Turner and got Keibert Ruiz back.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Speaking of Keibert Ruiz, he is not in this next story. The Detroit Tigers.
That is not a great segue.
Are still
not your best. That's a foul. In fact, that is a foul on you. I owe a foul to somebody on Monday, and I forget who it is. Or today. Oh, Drake. Drake gets a foul, too.
Drake gets a foul.
Drake got a foul for a terrible dad joke that he pulled on the USD broadcast with me. I mean, internally I snickered. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't believe you just did a 6'7" joke live on air foul. That is a foul on Drake Hills.
Brother.
He'll join us on Friday to defend himself if he wants to, but that is a foul.
We could discuss it then.
He did the little hand thing too. I was like, Drake, what do we?
You realize we're showing the basketball game. We're not. They can't see you, right? The Detroit Tigers are still looking for starting pitching to round out their rotation, and their latest link is Lucas Giolito. The Tigers are not the only one after Giolito, however, as John Heyman reports, saying, quote, many teams are interested in Giolito's services. Framber Valdez and Zach Gallen are still the top free agent starters on the board, but names such as Nick Martinez, Chris Bassett, and Jose Quintana are available options if Giolito decides to sign elsewhere.
They still throwing out the idea of Justin Verlander going back?
Not in this latest report.
I would imagine whoever was in on who was it? Frankie Montas? No, who's the guy the Brewers just traded? Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, Freddie Peralta.
Whoever was in on Freddie Peralta is probably in on Giolito and is probably in on Nick Martinez and is probably on Chris Bassett. Is probably in on Jose Quintana. I would imagine that's the case because they all need pitching. They all need pitching. Everybody needs pitching. There's not enough pitching to go around. Everybody needs pitching. So I would imagine that's probably the case. Now for the Tigers, I don't know. Speaking of pitching, because we got to take a break. What's going on with Yu Darvish? We talked about it in like November. We made it sound like we could see Yu Darvish potentially retiring. Then we got a report that he was. And then we got a report that he wasn't. To which my buddies, instead of, they texted the retirement is not over. The retirement is not over. The game is not over. The game is not over. We got to figure out what happened over the weekend. I mean, because this went up and down and all around on Saturday while I was calling basketball games. We'll keep you updated on what happened in the Yu Darvish saga when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. I want to mention to everybody, remember to listen at 1 p.m. for us to announce today's biggest fan for a chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey suite at a future Padres game with all the fan staff. Register your name at 972thefantasy.com/biggest fan in order to potentially have your name called. He's Frank Marchese. I'm Braden Surprenant. We're going to talk about Aztec basketball later on in the show. We're going to talk about the NFL weekend that was, the AFC and NFC championship games, controversy now, whether or not the Broncos-Patriots game should have been played. Hey, man, everybody loves the snow games until it's an AFC and NFC championship game. I find that argument to be very, pick a side. You either like watching the games in the snow or you don't. I understand the whole AFC, NFC. It's a championship game. It's not fair to the teams. This game is a game that's played in the elements. You got to work your way to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl should be an even playing field. I agree with that. But, nobody wants a neutral site AFC, NFC championship game until you saw the last quarter of the Broncos-Patriots game, and it was unwatchable. Now, all of a sudden, we want to change that. Good. Build an NFL-sized stadium in San Diego, start hosting championship games. Who says you can't get the Super Bowl if you don't have an NFL team? Maybe that's a rule. I don't know. People like to bitch. It's not what it is. I'm Sicilian. I like to bitch. That's how it is. It runs in the Italian blood. Frank likes the bitch. Frank doesn't like the bitch. Mm-hmm. It's fun to bitch, I like snow games as I watch from my house in San Diego where it's not snowing. That's when I like watching snow games. It's like, oh, it's a beautiful day outside. Oh, look at Denver. Holy cow. All right. Let's get to the big news in Padres land from the weekend. Now, it was a Padres event it was the Randy Jones Memorial on Saturday. And with that came a lot of, because media was there and a lot of the people, a lot of members of the Padres were there. And that's usually where a lot of information starts getting put out. So here's what we got. Kevin Acee reported that Yu Darvish was going to retire, if I read that correct. And then Bob Nightingale's like, oh, but Yu Darvish is retiring, and here's all the money that's going to save the Padres. And it was kind of like a huge deal. And then Dennis Lin reported that according to Yu's agent, he wasn't retiring. He hadn't made a decision on that yet. And then Yu Darvish puts out this huge post on social media, which, by the way, you hardly ever post on social media. Hardly ever. It was a wild, what was that, over 2 hours, Frank, on Saturday?
Yeah, right around there, yeah.
It was like a 2 hour thing. It's like, hang on. It's like, Yu Darvish is retiring. What? And then it was, hold on. The game is not over. The game is not over. The game is not over. Yu Darvish is not retiring. And then he had to put a post out there defending himself because of what Kevin Acee had reported. And there was this huge, storm came out of nowhere. So, that's what happened over the weekend on Saturday. In the article from Kevin Acee, which has now been updated a couple of times, Yu Darvish does not plan to pitch again in the major leagues, is what it says at the beginning part here. This was published on January 24th, 2026 at about 1 o'clock. It was then updated on January 25th at 8:13 in the morning. 39-year-old right-hander who has been one of the best starting pitchers of his era has told the Padres he intends to walk away with 3 years and $43 million remaining on his contract. This is what was being reported. It's in the newspaper. They're still on the website. They talk about Darvish undergoing surgery in October to repair the torn UCL and flexor tendon in his right elbow. That was after he spent much of last season sidelined, starting just 15 regular season games plus Game 3 of the Wild Card Series against the Cubs. Darvish told the Union Tribune late last month that he was focusing on time with his family and making sure his body recovers as he rehabilitates. The quote, the way my rehab is going now, I'm focused on getting right, not coming back, he said. Right now, I'm not really thinking too much about the future, just knowing the way I think. I'm sure I will one day want to throw again. All I've thought about in my life is baseball. After the story was posted on the UT's website on Saturday, Darvish, that was the story that was posted. So after that was posted, Darvish posted to social media on X, quote, you may have seen an article, and although I am leaning towards voiding the contract, there's still a lot that has to be talked over with the Padres, so the finer details are yet to be decided. Also, I will not be announcing my retirement yet. Right now, I'm fully focused on rehab for my elbow, and if I get to a point where I can throw again, I will start from scratch again to compete. If once I get to the point I feel I can't do that, I will announce my retirement. Darvish missed half of the 2024 season due to elbow issues and a personal matter, but came back to pitch exceptionally in the playoffs. When he and the Padres president of baseball operations, A.J. Preller, spoke after that season, it was with the understanding that Darvish would likely need elbow surgery at some point. Darvish said he made it clear at the time he was considering getting rid of his contract. Now, a year later, Darvish and others involved in the process have said some details must be worked out in terms of how much of the remaining money he will forfeit. That is part of the issue with the semantics put forth Saturday by Darvish and his agent Joel Wolfe, as quoted in the Union Tribune by Kevin Acee. In a second X post in Japanese, Darvish said discussions with the Padres, the Players Association, and my agent haven't been finalized. He said he plans to continue to rehabilitate and attend a portion of spring training. Quote, you has not made a final decision yet, Wolf told multiple outlets on Saturday. This is a complicated matter we are still working through. Multiple people familiar with the process said any buyout would involve Darvish giving up the bulk of what he would be owed, and that the Padres are set to realize significant savings over the next 3 years. That money is intended to be used to help make the team better. Quote, as far as leaving lots of money, Darvish said last month, I look at it as that was never mine to begin with, especially considering the money I haven't physically earned yet. Even as he has contemplated this move, which seemed inevitable for months, Darvish remained a regular presence at Petco Park. He sat in on talks with free agents. He's expected to be at spring training, yada, 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 yada. Now, as this all went down on Saturday, I was following along while calling a basketball game, calling multiple basketball games. And the whole thing, I was sitting there going, okay, I can't believe he's just announcing his retirement when I saw that first report by Kevin Acee. The second part where Darvish said it wasn't, happening yet, it leads to the entire conversation that I thought was going to happen in November. And that was Yu Darvish is probably going to retire and he's probably going to void the contract, but he's probably going to work out a deal with the Padres to make something happen here. That's how I viewed the entire thing. They're obviously that they don't have an official deal on that yet. I'm sure obviously with them still negotiating about things, it's not great to have that information out there in the public. I'm sure that's what Yu Darvish and his agent Wolf had to say about the matter. They still got to hash out what everything goes through. Obviously, Padres are covering medicals for him to recover, which as they should. I'm sure he wants to be part of spring training. I'm sure there's a role for Yu Darvish coming somewhere. I mean, these are all things that could be part of the conversation to have the Padres save money in the future and Yu Darvish to be taken care of during this process. That's how I view this. They still haven't figured out all the details yet, and they're waiting for it. But I will say this. I said it in November. Yu Darvish is not the type of person that's going to continue to play just because there's money. We haven't seen him do anything like that. And as he quoted about it wasn't his money to begin with because he hasn't earned it yet. I mean, that goes in line with what Yu Darvish has been as a Padre, what he's been as a Major League Baseball player. I mean, he's a guy with high integrity. But there's going to be something that he's going to be involved with the team in some way, would be my guess. I don't know any information on this. I'm sure it's going to be a way where the Padres can save some money and use it elsewhere so it doesn't cripple them financially, which his contract's not crippling. I mean, it's unfortunate that they have to pay him for him being injured, but that goes with the risk of signing these guys to contracts. But I'm going to tell you right now, Yu Darvish has high integrity. And Yu Darvish is going to do things the right way. And right now, they haven't decided a deal yet. But when this is all said and done, it's going to end with Yu Darvish getting some type of money in a fair way that helps him and also helps the Padres. This is going to be a mutual agreement between you and the Padres. And they're working it out. And I find it interesting that the information got put out there and there was a little bit of a, situation on social media. To anybody that's like sending messages to Yu Darvish about how you should do the right, stop it. I don't want to see anybody tell Yu Darvish he should sacrifice money for the betterment of the community. Stop it. Just stop. He has the right to try to play out his contract. If the Padres want to get rid of him, which they don't, they can eat the money and give him the contract. I mean, these are decisions that if anybody else was in the middle of, would probably be doing the same thing that Yu Darvish is doing. Don't be mad at you for a contract that the Padres gave Yu Darvish. He's not going to just sacrifice the contract for the betterment of the community, even though it actually sounds like he might probably do that. But his family loves being here in San Diego. He loves being part of the Padres. But those around Darvish, and this is part of the article, say the trust between the pitcher and Preller has impacted every decision Darvish has made, including the one to retire. Yes, Darvish said recently, and Peter, especially Peter. Peter Seidler was the Padres chairman when Darvish was awarded the 6-year, $108 million contract in January of 2023. Here's the quote from Yu Darvish. They gave me the contract, and that year everything changed, Darvish said, referring to Seidler's death in November of 2023. Quote, Peter's desire was always to win the World Series. I want to do what I can to help that. And you know what? That's exactly what Yu has done since he has been a Padre. Go back to 2024. He had a personal matter he had to attend to, and did he collect any money during that point? No, he did not.
And the Padres didn't want to put him on the restricted list for that.
They didn't tell him to do that. He did that himself for the betterment of the team and the betterment of the organization. And so at this point, the fact that they're having these conversations, I mean, he probably wants to get through the whole rehab to be able to throw again. It didn't say in order to throw in a Major League Baseball again, in a Major League Baseball game again. It said to throw again. He's got young kids. He's got a son that's going to be playing baseball at UCSD next spring. He's got younger children. He probably wants to be part of their lives in terms of like the baseball side of things. He loves baseball. And also at the same time, he wants to do whatever it takes to help the Padres win a World Series. So the fact that they're having these conversations shows that he knows he might not have what it takes left to help him on the field, but he definitely has a lot that can help him in other aspects. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Yu Darvish is a class act. We're going to talk more about this when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.2 The Fan. Every guest on 97 through the Fan, join us on the David P. Shapiro David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We'll talk NFL football in the next hour. Talk a little bit of Yu Darvish here in this hour with the San Diego Padres. I think there's going to be a situation in which the Padres and Yu Darvish come to a deal, and it saves the Padres money in terms of their overall AAV. And Yu Darvish will have a job with the Padres in some fashion because I think Yu wants to be part of this organization and help achieve Peter's vision of a World Series in San Diego. He's talked about it, and anything he could do to help the team win, he's going to do. And like I said earlier, yeah, he's got a son that's going to be at UCSD next year, as I mentioned before, who's currently in high school. He's got younger kids also coming through the ranks. I think him and his family love being here in San Diego. And he's got to go through the rehab process, and it's better to do that with the Padres than it is to do that elsewhere. So I think it's going to figure it. I think they're going to figure it out. Yu Darvish is a great dude and a great man and a great representation for this organization. But I viewed that entire situation on Saturday as they're close to making a deal to get money off the books and have Yu Darvish transition to something else. That's my takeaway on it, and they're still working on it. Because even on the responses, Frank, from Yu Darvish, it didn't sound he denied that he wasn't retiring immediately. He didn't deny a lot of the other things that were brought about.
No, I tend, at least me personally, I tend to give the benefit of the doubt until you're just blatantly distorting an agreed upon reality. I don't think that Kevin Acee was malicious in any way, shape, or form. I think he read between the lines of what he was being told and went out with it. I understand now. I'm not going to lie and say that I have so many hidden sources. I don't. So we don't know what his source told him exactly to where Kevin Acee, the way he interpreted it in a way that he probably shouldn't have. We don't know what was said. I don't know. Like I said, I tend to give Kevin Acee the benefit of the doubt. It isn't Acee's place; it's Darvish's call. If you get a scoop as a writer, you're gonna say something. You're not gonna just hold on to it unless you're told by the team or something like that to hold on to it.
We also don't know if he actually did call and he didn't respond. I mean, he didn't put that in there, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes with this particular situation, and things move fast. I'm not saying he's right or wrong on that particular deal, but the situation at hand is, Yu Darvish might retire. Maybe he won't. Maybe he will. I mean, it's a very interesting topic of discussion and where this plays out, but it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. And that's what I think. I think Yu Darvish is going to be part of the organization, but whether or not he pitches will remain to be seen.
And part of it, I think, is just the media landscape in general and what has been cultivated by basically just be first, not right.
Right.
I think it's being the first one to get the story out there is what's taken precedent now over being accurate. And this is just me personally. If I'm the 10th person to confirm a story, I'm okay with it. I just want to be right. And as far as Acee's concerned, he thought he was right. Otherwise, he wouldn't have posted it. But I'm sure if there were any questions, wanting to be the first one out there might have played a role. I don't know. But that's this media landscape that we live in now, not just in sports, but in news media and everything else. Is you want everyone, with the way social media is and how fast everyone moves, everyone wants to be first, and being right takes a back seat because you can always amend it.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a broadcaster, which leads to more entertainers. So I'm not ever going to try to break news.
Yeah, we're not in the breaking news business.
Definitely not. But at the same time, I mean, it's a tough job to have when you got information like that. So that's not really the topic of discussion. The topic of discussion is the idea of him potentially retiring, because remember, he announced he wasn't going to do that. There were some rumblings about it in November, and where there's smoke, there's usually fire. But this will be something interesting to monitor over the next couple of weeks or so. As Yu goes to spring training, he intends to go to spring training to rehab and work on his arm and get to that spot. And again, he's going to announce his retirement. And I think that's what really got to Yu Darvish, was the fact that Yu wants to announce his own retirement. And you know what? He has the right to do so for what he has done to this done for this organization, what he's done for this community. And that's probably where he's the most upset. Is he didn't get, he's not, he didn't get to announce on his own terms that he's retiring. And so now you have this, and now it's a mess. Anyway, 833-288-973, 833-288-973. Let's get out to Martin and Santee. Martin, you're on the Braden Surprenant Show. What's going on?
Uncle Martin's back.
Oh, man, it's been a while. So, hey, Frank, Happy New Year to you both. Really, the Yu Darvish thing, it really got me thinking. The indelible picture I have of him was him, and I'm getting the chills thinking about it, him and his wife walking up to the Peter Seidler Memorial and laying flowers that one afternoon. It was like, how much good we don't see the good in sports figures, but this weekend here in San Diego, blessed with the memorial, for Randy Jones. And then you get news of Yu Darvish. I mean, yeah, he's going to do what he wants to do, but it's just amazing that there are truly good souls in sports that do the right thing for the right reasons. Randy Jones, absolutely a reflection of that. And Yu Darvish is the same. And Braden, it's been a good couple of weeks. I haven't called since December, so hearing you guys is always great. I listen just about daily when I can. But it's nice to reflect on the good guys in sports, and this weekend San Diego had that opportunity, and continues. And I like what Rod said in the chat. I always think of you as going to be that connection to the Asian players, and I see that whether it's an official role or assistant to whomever. He's been great for the community. And it's just good to hear the great things about these local sports athletes when all you're hearing is, who's dumping who and how much I'm going to get for nil and what's next. So anyway, keep up the great job. Again, I'm a devout listener. I haven't called in a while. I kind of apologize for that. But the Yu Darvish thing and the Randy Jones thing just shows that the good guys are still there. And we are, as fans, blessed to have had them as part of the Padres and still part of the Padres. So thank you guys. Take care. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate the phone call. Totally agree on all of those things. It's great to have. Those are the type of players you want in your organization. The ones that really represent the community here in San Diego, the ones that want to be here in San Diego, the ones that want to, do whatever it takes to help the organization win, and then be as honorable and have the integrity as a guy like Yu Darvish. I mean, he is such a great man, him and his family. And it's a blessing that they get to be part of our community here in San Diego. We love having him there, here. And it doesn't sound like he's going to be leaving anytime soon. And now whatever his role is, will be his role. And we'll see what happens. But I love the fact that Yu Darvish wants to help the Padres out. And I love the way he represents this, not only the Padres organization, but the city of San Diego. 833-288-973, 833-288-973. Rich in Solana Beach on the Braden Surprenant Show. What's going on, Rich?
Hey, Braden, thank you. I was just calling because on the Yu Darvish thing, and I think you kind of nailed it. But the only thing I would add is you can only think about the pressure he's getting from his own agent, from the MLB Players Association. No, milk this thing, get the full $40 million that you're owed. And he's choosing not to do that and cutting a deal with the Padres. And I think it's just, he's a unique individual to do that. I wish we had more in sports that did that, because all we hear about is greed, and we don't hear much about that. And he could milk this thing and go on for 3 years, try to come back, try to work it all out. But he's chosen, I think, instead a much better way, and he'll help the Padres both in terms of his unique skills that he can provide, as well as saving some money for us to go out and get some other players. So all in all, just a really wonderful human being, and I'm so happy he's a Padre.
Yeah, me too, Rich. I appreciate the phone call. That's also true. The pressure that the Players Association puts on players for taking deals is crazy. You always have to, at the end of the day, you can do your own thing, but there is a lot of pressure to do what the Players Association wants because you set the precedent for other contracts and everything like that. I understand the game, understand the business side of it, but I agree with Rich on that one. It's great to have Yu Darvish part of this community. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We got to get to today's sports thread.
You know that group chat? The one that's always blowing up with the biggest sports takes, debates, and breaking news?
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me?
Yeah, we've got that too. Welcome to the Sports Thread, where we break down the top 5 stories in sports, just like you would with your crew.
Oh, no! Disaster! What a bad idea!
No filters, no silence, just real talk. Brought to you by QC Kinetics. Stop sitting on the sidelines. QC Kinetics gets you back in the game without surgery. To learn how, visit QCkinetics.com.
All right, Frank, what we got cooking in the sports world today?
We got a lot of football going on today, and we're
near the end of football.
Yeah,
Sad.
Exactly.
Number 1.
Former NFL quarterback Philip Rivers has withdrawn from the Buffalo Bills head coaching search shortly after interviewing for the job in Florida. Rivers, who had no college or NFL coaching experience, was considered an intriguing candidate due to his playing career and relationship with quarterback Josh Allen. The Bills will continue their search with interviews scheduled for other offensive-minded assistants around the league. What should matter more for a team like the Bills right now? Proven coaching experience or leadership and credibility with an elite quarterback like Josh Allen?
Somebody that you think is going to take you further than Sean McDermott, right? I mean, maybe a more offensive-minded individual to do that. I think the leadership quality is definitely part of the case too. But you look at Philip Rivers has pulled out of the job. I mean, there's other candidates pulling out of the Browns job. I don't know. Do you think Philip Rivers saw the press conference like, you know what? I don't really want to jump in this circus.
Maybe not.
Maybe not a good spot. I mean, somebody that's going to be able to be okay with the general manager, throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Good luck, Buffalo.
Have fun.
Good luck.
Number 2.
The Chargers, speaking of another Buffalo candidate, the Chargers have formally hired former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel as their new offensive coordinator, choosing his innovative, motion-heavy scheme to revitalize an offense that struggled under Greg Roman. McDaniel was highly sought after, but the chance to return to California and work with Justin Herbert helped seal the deal. After mixed playoff results in Miami, despite elite regular season production, McDaniel's main task in Los Angeles will be unlocking Herbert's potential and helping the Chargers finally break through in the postseason. Do you think Mike McDaniel's creative offensive approach is the right fit to help Justin Herbert win his first playoff game, or are the Chargers' issues deeper than scheme alone? And
the Chargers issues are super. They got a lot of problems.
You can't say just the Chargers being the Chargers is the problem.
Mike McDaniel is definitely a great hire, but they're still going to screw it up. They're always going to screw it up. Yeah. There's really nothing they could do. They're just always going to screw it up. So I need to know about that. I like the hire though. I really do. I like the hire for the Chargers. I mean, that's I think Mike McDaniel's better as an offensive coordinator than he is as a head coach. I mean, they can address offensive line all they want, but the reality is, if they get hurt all the time, there's only so many things you could do. I don't want to say there's a curse, but the fish stinks from the head, man. Or there's certain organizations that cut corners that will never have success because of the they don't take care of the little things. The Chargers are one of those things.
Number 3.
You want pro or college for this last one?
Let's go college.
Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney forcefully accused Ole Miss coach Peter Golding of direct tampering with linebacker Luke Farrelly, calling it a blatant violation that highlights how broken the transfer portal system has become. Swinney detailed alleged texts and calls made after Farrelly had signed, enrolled, and begun classes at Clemson, prompting the Tigers to file an NCAA complaint. Beyond the specific case, Swinney used the moment to criticize the lack of enforcement in college football and proposed reforms, including transfer limits, portal timing changes, and even a collective bargaining agreement to protect players and restore accountability. Do you think stricter enforcement of tampering rules would actually change the behavior in college football, or is it's just too far gone?
Well, the tampering thing with Clemson is very interesting. That's also a local player, by the way. Farrelly went to Carlsbad. We got to talk about that later on in the show because we don't have time right now. But the Clemson Tigers are going scorched earth on everybody on that deal. Mm-hmm. We'll play some of that audio maybe at the 1 o'clock hour. Dive into it. NFL recap of the AFC and NFC Championship game when we come back. Aztecs basketball is back, and the show is.
Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Oh, there we go.
Did the director's cabinet give you that shirt? Did you block out the noise and just swing it?
We got a bunch of guys that let the noise get into their heads and they're swinging the club. Okay. Oh, I like to think I'm making Kyle better. I've been hitting balls down the middle and Kyle side. No, that's not good enough. All right, what goes further? Braden's drive or me throwing the football here? Oh!
Shot. Wow. Hey, put that one in between commercials.
Rocks. The next group coming up too. Ow! I don't know how good it is.
Punch. 1840. Ha ha.
I mean, Phillip Rivers.
God. He played quarterback in high school, by the way.
Falcon. They didn't have many quarterbacks in Colorado.
Falcon got here. How we
I could just put it in my bag. Do you have one of those? Do you have one of these? We didn't win, but.
Wow! That's Gary's 7th mulligan. I think I'll pick up that other one.
Cigar guy.
Trade myself to their.
That's not a bad putt. Cut. Get there!
Oh, we got a bird, right?
Under now. That was a great putt by you, by the way. I don't know why you want to be on camera.
What? 1. Hey, bud. Go. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Oh, there we go.
Did the director's cabinet give you that shirt? Did you block out the noise and just swing it?
We got a bunch of guys that let the noise get into their heads and they're swinging the club. Okay. I like to think I'm making Kyle better. I've been hitting balls down the middle and Kyle side. No, that's not good enough. All right, what goes further? Braden's drive or me throwing the football here? Oh!
Shot. Wow. Hey, put that one in between commercials.
Rocks.
The next group coming up too.
Ow! I don't know how good it is.
Punch. 1840. Ha ha.
I mean, Phillip Rivers.
God. He played quarterback in high school, by the way.
Falcon. They didn't have many quarterbacks in Colorado.
Falcon got here. How we
I could just put it in my bag. Do you have one of those? Do you have one of these? We didn't win, but.
Wow! That's Gary's 7th mulligan. I think I'll pick up that other one.
Cigar guy.
Trade myself to their.
That's not a bad putt. Cut. Get there!
Oh, we got a bird, right?
Under now. That was a great putt by you, by the way. I don't know why you want to be on camera.
What? 1. Hey, bud. Go. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Did the director's cabinet give you that shirt? Did you block out the noise and just swing it? We got a bunch of guys that let the noise get into their heads and they're swinging the club. Okay. Ready. I like to think I'm making Kyle better. I've been hitting balls down the middle and Kyle's side. No, that's not good enough. All right, what goes further? Braden's drive or me throwing the football here?
Oh! Shot. Wow. Hey, put that one in between commercials.
Rocks. The next group coming up too. Ow! I don't know how good it is.
Punch. 1840. Ha ha.
Phillip Rivers.
He played quarterback in high school, by the way.
Falcon. They didn't have many quarterbacks in Colorado.
Falcon. We got here. How we
I could just put it in my bag. Do you have one of those?
Slam to North County. No one knows America's finest city like he does.
You can't just punt on a Manny Machado prime year.
He's a fourth-generation San Diegan, born and raised in the heart of this community. Passionate, opinionated, and always bringing you the real talk on your teams, your city, and everything in between.
Braden totally knows his stuff. He's ready for the next step. That guy is good.
Live and local, it's the Braden Surprenant Show.
But I think Braden's one of the up-and-coming young stars in the media game in San Diego.
Now, here's your host, Braden Surprenant.
New lunchtime hour on 97 through the fan. He's Frank Marchese. I'm Braden Surprenant. It's the Braden Surprenant Show, live and local each every day from 10 to 2 on San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3 The Fan. It's restaurant week this week. Did you know that, Frank?
I did not know that.
We've got deals on restaurants all over the place.
Love that.
Yeah, restaurant week in San Diego. I love that they're doing this in January when I'm trying to eat better. Again, more stuff that happens when I'm trying to eat better. Every time I've been here.
Stop trying to eat better.
Since the new year. Every time I've been here since the new year, there's been food in the kitchen. There was bagels today. That's like 1,000 servings of bread. Just kidding. It's like 10 servings of bread. There were bagels today. There were donuts the other day.
It's called a winter coat, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The winter coat ends December 31st. December 31st. New Year's Eve is when the winter coat needs to end. And then you got to start building into the spring coat.
That is incorrect, sir.
No, that is how we do it. Restaurant week is this week. That's pretty cool. January 25th to February 1st. There's dinner places. There's lunch places. There's brunch, drinks. As a course, they have all these restaurants that you can go check out. I think a lot of restaurants are doing different deals this week, which is great. You can search by the neighborhood, which is cool. They have all the restaurants listed. Now's your time to get out there, Frank. Try out some of these places.
I know, right?
Is Craft Taco on there?
I've been to Craft Taco.
Sure about that?
I'm positive.
They're not in on this. But anyway, it is restaurant week. Maybe we got to check out some of these places.
I agree.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good deal. I had to mention that in the noon lunchtime hour coming in. All right, well, let's talk about what happened yesterday in the National Football League. Patriots and Broncos was game one in this particular deal. The Patriots ended up winning 10-7 over Denver, advanced their 12th Super Bowl. They beat Denver 10-7, as mentioned before, in a brutal snowy condition. Win comes in Mike Vrabel's first year as head coach. His first year as a head coach for the Patriots, he has brought him to the Super Bowl. Drake May does just enough and then some. He threw for only 86 yards. He ran for 65 and both Patriots touchdowns. And the Patriots touchdown, game-winning moment, 7-yard quarterback keeper on 3rd and 5. Second youngest quarterback ever to reach a Super Bowl behind Dan Marino. Here's what I have to say on that, by the way, though. Like, you look at what Drake May is. I like Drake May. Drake May. I like Drake May. I think he's got a good. I think he's a quarterback that's going to be a good future have a good future in the NFL. Okay? I really do. I really believe that. But that being said, he is, let's get you this. Okay? He proves one of the narratives of the fact that you can't just evaluate quarterbacks on wins and losses and Super Bowl wins. Drake May has started his playoff career 3-0. Right? Guy's never lost a playoff game, Frank. You would say that's pretty good, would you not?
Put him in the hall.
Yeah, he's better than a lot of other. He's got a better record than a lot of these other quarterbacks, right? He's got more playoff wins than Justin Herbert. Is he better than? Maybe he's better than Justin Herbert. Probably got more playoff wins than Dak Prescott already, and just one playoff. He's gotten to more Super Bowls than Josh Allen. Josh Allen can't make it out of there. He's had so many opportunities. Isn't Drake May the best? I like Drake May. I'm going to continue to tell you I like Drake May. He is starting his playoff career with a 3-0 record and a Super Bowl appearance, despite, by the way, 6 fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 15 sacks in those 3 games. 6 fumbles, 2 interceptions, 15 sacks. Threw for 86 yards yesterday in a snowstorm. This is what I'm talking about on the whole quarterback thing. Can people please understand that football is not just the quarterback? Please. Please. The quarterback is definitely a big piece. You have to have a decent quarterback. You can't not have a decent quarterback. You have to have a pretty good quarterback to make it to the Super Bowl. But at the same time, to evaluate quarterbacks strictly on their playoff wins and losses, I present to you Drake May, who has 6 fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 15 sacks in these 3 games in the postseason, Frank. You can't evaluate quarterbacks on that. I'm tired of the Hall of Fame debates on this and on all this. Oh, this guy, he once had 6. Did he win the Super Bowls or did his team win the Super Bowls? Was he the quarterback on the team?
But this is you also run into the argument of what football is. It's positions in the NFL are not created equally. Every other sport, positions are created equally, not the NFL. The NFL quarterback drives everything. It drives the offense. Everyone loves offense. Forget about defense. Nobody cares unless you get a big standout guy like Ray Lewis or Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu or Lawrence Taylor that just rip teams apart. Nobody cares about defense. Your quarterback decides whether or not you are good or not. And until that mentality changes, then that's what the conversation is going to be. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just that's what the conversation is going to be.
That's what the media thinks. That's what the media thinks. If you have a really good quarterback and your O-line sucks and he's got less than 2 seconds to throw, you could have the best quarterback in the league. You're not winning. Look at the Chargers.
Yeah,
Justin Herbert's a great quarterback. He gets a bunch of crap all the time because he hasn't won a playoff game, right? But the reality of the situation is, the guy's running for his life. Of course he can't win. Jalen Hurts had the best offensive line in the NFL the 2 years he went to the Super Bowl. He had the best offensive line in the NFL and all the weapons. It's different. It's a team game and a war of attrition. You need a good quarterback to win. I agree with that. But if you have the best quarterback and you don't have anything else, I'm sorry. You are not going to be able to be successful. Let's talk about Sam Darnold for a second. We're going to get to that in the NFC Championship game. Sam Darnold. We're talking about a guy that was basically left for dead in the National Football League. Left for dead. Remember, he got drafted. Guy couldn't win for the Jets, right? Sam Darnold?
No one could win for the Jets.
Yeah, see, nobody wants to blame the organizations, though. Blame the quarterback. Sam Darnold's a crappy quarterback. Is he going to win for the Jets?
You can't fire the owner.
I'm just telling you. It was Sam Darnold's fault for the Jets from 2018 to 2020. 4-9, 7-6, 2-10. 2,800 yards, 3,000 yards, 2,200 yards. He had double-digit interceptions in every single one of those years. Interception rate was high, right? He's lousy. He's terrible. Get him out of New York. We can't win with this guy.
Was that him or Zach Wilson that was caught on a hot mic on the bench saying he's seeing ghosts? Was that him or Zach Wilson when they were playing the Patriots? Just to further highlight how
that'd be Sam Darnold.
It was Darnold.
I was seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
So can't do it there. He goes to Carolina. And I thought when he went to Carolina, he'd be a little bit better. I'm like, well, Sam Darnold's not a bad quarterback. He was decent. He was good at USC. He looked good. He's playing in a bad organization. He goes to Carolina. Also, not a great organization. He starts 11 games with the Panthers, plays in 12 of them as a 24-year-old in 2021, goes 4-7 with 13 interceptions, second most in his career, had a 59% completion percentage and 2,500 yards. Then he gets benched. He only played 6 games in Carolina in 2022. I think Baker Mayfield might have been the quarterback that year. Nothing. Then he goes to San Francisco. Now he's on his 3rd team since joining the NFL in 2018. That is 3 teams in 6 years for Sam Darnold. He goes to the Giants. He goes to the 49ers. He plays 10 games, starts 1. He's 0-1 as a quarterback in that one game that he played in. 60% completion percentage. He was 28-46, 2 touchdowns, right? I mean, he's a backup quarterback. Then he goes to Minnesota. He only gets an opportunity to start 17 games because J.J. McCarthy, who can't stay healthy, gets hurt as a first-round draft pick I don't remember if he was drafted in the first round or not, but he gets drafted to be the franchise quarterback after they let Kirk Cousins walk from Minnesota. And Kirk Cousins had a great year before that. So Sam Darnold becomes a starter in 2024 for the Vikings because J.J. McCarthy can't get it done. He throws for over 4,000 yards, goes 14-3 as a quarterback for the Vikings in 17 games started. Has the best year of his career. Vikings let him walk. Seattle trades Geno Smith to the Raiders, in which ESPN goes, that is a catastrophically bad move for the Seahawks. Catastrophically bad. Seahawks are going to be bad. They're going to be bad. You know what they do? They sign Sam Darnold for $10 million, and now Sam Darnold replicates that with a 14-3 regular season in back-to-back years, and now is in the Super Bowl. Was it Sam Darnold that got the Seahawks to the Super Bowl? I don't know. I mean, the Seahawks have a really good defense, too. But the quarterback conversation, again, with national media, it's all about the quarterback, which I get it. I get it. It's a very important position to play. But you kind of need a lot on your team to make it happen. Say what you want about the Broncos yesterday and not having Bo Nix. I'm telling you right now, I don't think Bo Nix makes that team that much better than it was yesterday. Probably a little bit better because Jared Stidham's not very good. But at the same time, like, they drove down the field and scored pretty easily on their opening drive. Snowstorm hits, and all of a sudden, nobody can move the football. Drake May scored on a rushing touchdown late in the game. It was 10-7. If the Broncos don't miss a field goal, which was almost impossible playing in a blizzard, that game's probably going to overtime. Quarterback situation's crazy. I mean, you could evaluate Drake May as much as you want. I love Drake May. I think he's a good quarterback. But you look at the fact that he made the Super Bowl with a 3-0 record with 6 fumbles, a couple of interceptions, and 15 sacks in the playoffs. It's not always about the quarterback. Sam Darnold left for dead. Guy's resurrecting as a 27, 28-year-old now. You got to have more than just the quarterback. You got to have competent coaching. You got to have a competent offensive line. You got to have a good defense. These are the teams that make the Super Bowl. There's not a lot of teams getting carried by their quarterback. There's teams that try. Like Buffalo needs to get carried by Josh Allen. He can't do it by himself. So I find it odd. Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott gets a ton of hate for the team he has, or for the lack of ability to get the team to the NFC Championship game. That guy is single-handedly carrying the Cowboys right now. Single-handedly carrying the Cowboys. They have nothing on defense. They have limited weapons. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, cool, fine. They have no real rushing attack. The offensive line's okay. Dak Prescott is carrying that team. But you evaluate based on wins, losses, like he has the full control of what's going on. It's interesting to see. Going back to that game, okay, weather dictated a lot of stuff. It was sunny at kickoff, but 26 degrees, snow by halftime, snow blowers used to clear the field lines late. I mean, that was a awful game in the second half. Defense carried New England, just like I thought the Broncos defense was going to carry them. The Patriots allowed 7 total points as the Broncos scored in their opening drive. Patriots have allowed 26 points in 3 playoff games. Only the 2000 Ravens were better before a Super Bowl. By the way, who was the quarterback for that Ravens team, Frank? You remember?
For which Ravens team, sorry?
The one in 2000 that went to the Super Bowl?
Oh, God.
That'd be Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, no, that was not who I was thinking of.
Trent Dilfer's got a Super Bowl championship. Trent Dilfer does. You going to evaluate him on wins and losses in the NFL? Was it Trent Dilfer, or was it the fact that the defense was loaded?
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. The New England Patriots their defenses carried them. Turnover slipped the game. The Christian Gonzalez interception with 2:11 left sealed the game. Earlier takeaway set up May's game time, or the touchdown before halftime. Denver's the field goal they scored. Denver's backup quarterback gamble backfires. Jarrett Stidham starts for injured Bo Nix. He finished 17 for 31, 133, a touchdown and 2 turnovers. 52-yard strike to Marvin Mims was the big play. But other than that, it was fine. Other than that, they didn't really do anything, I should say. Sean Payton's big regret, passed on the easy field goal on 4th and 1 early in the contest that could have helped them, because the field goal late that they missed could have been for a game winner instead of, or take the lead instead of just being tied. Broncos came away with no points on that. Denver never regained momentum after that play. And that was a big telling play in that game. Sean Payton decided to roll the dice. That was something that Sean McVay needed to do in the NFC Championship game. We'll get to that in a second. Special teams were struggling in both games yesterday. But in the first game, in the cold, both kickers missed 2 field goals. Will Lutz late 45-yard field goal tipped at the line. Patriots become just the 3rd team ever to win a conference title, scoring 10 points or fewer. 40 playoff wins now for the Patriots is the most in NFL history. That breaks the tie with the Niners. And Mike Vrabel is chasing rare history. He has won 3 Super Bowls as a player with New England. Could become the first to win one as both a player and head coach for the same franchise. As for the Broncos, they're left with a lot of what ifs. No Bo Nix after ankle surgery. Missed chances early. Sean Payton takes the blame in the game yesterday. Patriots will face the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60 on February 8th in Santa Clara. Big takeaway. Ugly win. Old school football. And then the narrative about, like, should you play these games on neutral sites? I mean, from an entertainment perspective, I guess you could, because I think a lot of people watching on TV tuned that game out because it was hard to watch. Playing in the snow. I mean, snow games get you so far, but when it's the only game on and it means a lot, it's kind of hard to sell the snow game for you. But to me, it's like you were either for the snow games or you're against. I'm not for a neutral site AFC Championship game. Play the game at the home site. If there happens to be weather, there's weather. And you wonder why a lot of these teams continue to put in stadiums with roofs and coverings. Patriots win the AFC Championship game. I think they're about to get their ass kicked in the Super Bowl, but you never know. It's a big game. Who they playing? Seattle Seahawks. How did they get there? We'll recap the NFC Championship game when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show. Standings number one sports station 97 through the Fan. August 97 to the Fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with the crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Yes, we do. We know how. All right, we're talking about the NFL playoffs. We're talking about the games that happened yesterday, AFC and NFC championship games. Now you got a week off with no football. Oh, the Pro Bowl. Does anybody watch the Pro Bowl? Anybody care about the Pro Bowl? Does anybody watch the Pro Bowl now that it's flag football? I have zero appeal to that. Like, absolutely just zero appeal to flag football. You know what I like? I like the little games they play better. Like the quarterback competitor, like hitting targets and stuff like that.
The skills competition.
The skill stuff is way more fun.
Exactly.
Watching flag football is incredibly boring. I'm curious to see what it looks like in the Olympics. Is Team USA going to just absolutely shred everybody else? I'm so not inclined with the Pro Bowl, I couldn't even tell you who the Pro Bowlers are. Apparently, this is because everybody turns down the Pro Bowl. Apparently, Shedeur Sanders got not named to the Pro Bowl. Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. Pro Bowl rosters 2026. How is Shedeur Sanders a Pro Bowler? Oh my God. Because everybody's out. They're like, nah, we're not playing. Yeah, it says Shedeur Sanders added to the AFC Pro Bowl roster. The Browns haven't settled on a head coach for the 2026 season, so it's unclear if Shedeur Sanders will remain the team's starting quarterback after a 7-game audition for the role to close out his rookie year. But whether he gets a shot or not, he's a Pro Bowler now. He has been named to the AFC roster for the Pro Bowl games as a replacement. Josh Allen, Drake May, and Justin Herbert were the original AFC quarterbacks selected for the roster. May's going to be in the Super Bowl, and the other two players dealt with injuries in the final weeks of their season, so Sanders may not be the only replacement added to the squad. He was the fourth best option, Frank? Because it's not like he's like the fifth replacement. I mean, he's the fourth best option. They should have sent Phillip Rivers to the Pro Bowl for 3 games. He did better those 3 games than Shedeur Sanders did.
The Pro Bowl is pointless.
Pro Bowl is such a waste of everybody's time. What a waste of everybody's time. Shedeur Sanders is on the Pro Bowl team. That's crazy. What are we doing, NFL? Nobody's watching that. There's 2 things that I don't understand that people go to. 1, spending money to watch the Pro Bowl in person. And number 2, going to the draft. Like, I feel like the draft is probably cool one time. Maybe the first round's cool. But what do you do at the draft? Like at the NFL draft, what are you doing? Those people are just sitting there, like waiting. None of the people there that they show have any idea who these players are that get drafted. They have no idea. They just get excited. They're like, all right, we need you to make noise now. The draft. Who pays money to go to the Pro Bowl and go to the draft? I will never know who those people are. The Pro Bowl probably more so than the draft. I mean, the Pro Bowl is the only thing that the NFL probably does wrong. Like Nate Taylor said in the chat. Would you say it's like the only thing that they do wrong? I mean, in terms of like they do a lot of things right. The Pro Bowl, in terms of like game scheduling, is probably the only thing they do wrong. But at the same time, there's not really, with All-Star games, which are dying anyway, there's not really time to do an All-Star game in football because it's a violent game. It's more likelihood you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, it's a physical sport. It's never going to have the big key, the big attraction. And I mean, also you said it, All-Star games are dying anyway. It's because you see all these players all the time now. It's not like back in the day where you would have to search out highlights for these people and you had to catch it on a certain time on the news if you wanted to see these guys. Sometimes the All-Star game was your only chance to see some of these guys if they weren't playing your team or if you had no chance at making the World Series. And a lot of them are on the same team as everyone else anyway. So you've got a bunch of All-Star teams that fill out these leagues anyway. So it's like All-Star games are just so it's a gimmick to begin with. It's dying, and they're trying to make a gimmick more entertaining by putting more and more hats on top of the original hat. It's not going to work.
The All-Star games were fun when they played hard and it meant something. Like Major League Baseball, as stupid as it was that the winner of the All-Star game got home field advantage in the World Series, it made them play hard. Tell you that. Those guys were playing hard. They were playing hard for that opportunity to get one extra game or get game 7. Because that's really what it is. I mean, you only get one more game than the other team does in the World Series.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, too. If the away team wins one game out of the first 2, if you split in the first 2 games, guess who gets home field advantage now? The away team does. Now the away team can win. With the 2-3-2 format, again, it's like people thought it was dumb, but you were playing for one game. But it wasn't the advantage of that they thought it was dumb. It was the extra. But they split the money on the gate, too. It's not even like the home team gets more of the money. That's all split and all divvied up based on XYZ on contracts and stuff like that. But the Major League Baseball, whenever they got rid of that deal, before then, Major League Baseball had the best All-Star game, and it wasn't even close. And it's because both teams played. You could play baseball at a high level as a pickup team and not really risk major injury.
Yeah.
You can go out there and play all the time. Like the NBA, you could probably do the same thing, but those guys have never tried. And it was always just a waste of time. They had the worst All-Star game. I thought the NHL All-Star game was kind of fun with the tournament. I thought that kind of made things fun. Hockey people didn't like it. I'm not a diehard hockey person, so I didn't really care. I didn't mind watching the Pacific Division try to wreak havoc on teams.
Just do the East-West. And before you say anything about the Four Nations, no, the Four Nations last year was not an all-star game. It was an international tournament, something that the NHL had not gotten in a decade, which is why it was so big.
They sacrificed the All-Star game for that, though,
yes,
right?
They sacrificed the All-Star game for the Four Nations.
It's relatively an All-Star game, except that only the All-Stars from 4 countries. But it's relatively an All-Star game. I mean, those are All-Stars. Are they not All-Stars?
Well, no, they're Olympians is what they are.
Yeah,
they are the best. They assembled 4 Olympic teams out of NHL players.
Right.
That's what they did.
Olympic teams are also All-Star teams.
It didn't matter
in the grand scheme of things. Like the Team USA is an All-Star team in basketball, the Olympics.
I mean, sure.
It is. It's all the best. I mean, they're not amateurs anymore. They have all the pro guys doing it. Like the upcoming Olympics is going to be a bunch of all-star teams because they're all teams, they're players from their countries that are all in the NHL.
That starts on the 6th, I think, is when the opening ceremonies for the Olympics are.
Yeah, that'd be the Friday before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, next Friday.
Which would be fun to watch. But yeah, the all-star stuff, the Pro Bowl is such a waste of everybody's time. I used to bet when they played hard in those games, it was kind of fun to watch. Like Sean Taylor destroyed that. Was it the punter or the quarterback that tried to run for a first down? I think it was the punter on like a fake play. Sean Taylor came up and just absolutely just depleted him in the play. But the Pro Bowl is the one thing that the NFL messes up. I liked my idea of having week 10, doing a Pro Bowl, doing all that, and just do the activities, just do like the things, and you do it halfway through the year, and you can have them do like fun stuff that's not, that injury prone. But when guys are making the amount of money they're making now, and getting hurt could risk them making that kind of money, it's kind of hard to do an extra game that doesn't mean anything, or an extra event that doesn't mean anything that hurts the bottom line. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. When we come back, a recap of the NFC Championship game. We also want to get to today's Midday Sports Standoff. It's your chance to take me down in sports trivia. If you can do that, you can qualify for a chance to win our grand prize, 2 tickets to Sammy Hagar at Dolby Live at Park MGM, a 2-night stay at Park MGM Las Vegas, and a $100 gas card. Sammy Hagar returns to Las Vegas with his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency. Get ready to rock with your favorite hits from the Van Halen years, Sammy solo hits, and more. Only in Las Vegas is March 11th through the 21st, and at September 18th to the 26th at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll get to that and talk about the NFC Championship game. Seahawks taking down the Rams. punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. How did it happen? We'll explain next on the Braden Surprenant Show. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. He's Frank Marchese. I'm Braden Surprenant. This is the Braden Surprenant Show, live and local each every day from 10 to 2 on San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3. The fans still need a contestant for a midday sports standoff. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. If you take me down in sports trivia, you would be qualified for a chance at a trip to Vegas. So get your phone calls in. See if you can take me down in a sports trivia game. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about the NFC Championship game, a game that went the way of the Seattle Seahawks, 31-27. And when talking about this game and where things were out, Sam Darnold was beat up going into that last game of the divisional round. Felt a little bit better this week getting into the NFC Championship game. But the rule of thought and where we thought the Seahawks were going to be offensively was giving the ball to Kenneth Walker III and giving him the ball over and over and over again and eating clock and keep making it keep away against the Rams. And that's not what they did. Seattle went out there and took it. And they took some chances and they were rolling the dice and they really let Sam Darnold go out there and not just win a game, but potentially rewrite the path of his career. I mean, we talked about this earlier this hour with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was left for dead in the National Football League and then got an opportunity to play in Minnesota last year because J.J. McCarthy got hurt in the preseason, which set up for the best year in Sam Darnold's career that led to the Vikings letting him walk because he was a backup. They drafted J.J. McCarthy. He was going to be the future quarterback. And again, they're like, wow, we took a chance with this guy. It really worked out. Can't really give Sam Darnold a ton of money because it could be kind of a fluke year. And guess what? He then took that and went to Seattle. And what was the conversation about the Seahawks? What was the situation about the Seahawks? What did ESPN say when the Seahawks decided to trade away Geno Smith? Oh, this is a terrible move for Seattle. This is a move that's going to make them regress. This is an awful move. And then they're replacing with Sam Darnold? You kidding me? Sam Darnold, in the last 2 years, has completely rewritten his career. And now he's in the Super Bowl. 1 year after being dismissed as a bridge quarterback and analytics mirage, Sam Darnold delivered the biggest performance of his life, outplaying Matthew Stafford, who Matt Stafford had some great throws yesterday for the Rams. Sam Darnold helped carry the Seattle Seahawks over the Rams yesterday in that football game. That was great quarterback play. Sam Darnold, 25 for 36, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. How about that for Sam Darnold? He had a quarterback rating in the game of an 82.9. It's the second best quarterback performance of the postseason. And they didn't lean on the running game at all. Seattle's running backs yesterday, which again, no Charbonnet, but they had Kenneth Walker III, who could make a lot of plays. 22 carries for 66 yards in the running game. Rams did a good job of slowing down Seattle's running attack. And you know what? Sam Darnold went out there and had to make plays. That's exactly what he did. And the Rams offense was they were moving the ball against the Seattle defense that was really good. They were getting 8+ yards per play, scored 27 points. There's a couple of situations I'm sure the Rams are kicking themselves at. But Seattle needed Sam Darnold to go out there and have a great performance. And he flat out did. He flat out did. Went out there and played a great game. Who cares if the Rams muffed that punt or not? Sam Darnold still balled out, regardless if they ended up winning the game or not. And this wasn't the hide the quarterback game plan we thought it was going to be on Friday. They let Sam Darnold go out there and sling it. Average 8.6 air yards per throw through 248 yards without play action. Faced pressures without panicking. 5 of 11, 102, and 3 touchdowns when the Rams brought pressure. And he only made 1 risky throw all night. Sam Darnold was a big reason why the Seattle Seahawks won that game yesterday. Early third down shot to Rashid Shaheed for 51 yards. Had that faith in Sam Darnold. They stayed aggressive while protecting a 4-point lead. Multiple second and third down dropbacks late. Trusted Darnold on play action with his back to the defense, on bootlegs, on checkdowns under pressure. I mean, they were confident. Even when Seattle makes the stop on 4th and 4 against the Rams, which preserves a lead of, I think, 31, preserves the lead that ended up being the game winner, 31-27. And there was about 4 minutes to go. And the Rams had all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Instead of just trying to run the clock, they continued to air it out with Sam Darnold. They ran it a couple of times, but they continue to air it out. Sam Darnold needed to have that performance yesterday. Again, you could say what you want about Kenneth Walker III. He had 19 carries for 62 yards. 19 carries. That's not enough carries to eat the entire clock when you're on offense. It is not. The game that we thought that we're going to have, Seattle was giving Kenneth Walker the ball 30 times, not 19. And for him to have more than 62 yards, over 100 for sure, just based on giving the ball 30 times. They hooked up with Jackson Smith and Jigba 10 times. He had 10 receptions for 153 yards and a touchdown. But I'm telling you right now, nobody wants to give Sam Darnold credit. He had a huge game for the Seattle Seahawks yesterday. And they continue to pass. They continue to trust in Darnold. And he had a great game yesterday, Frank.
Oh, he absolutely did. And it's one of those things now where, I mean, is Sam Darnold now starting to finally become the quarterback that everyone thought he was going to be when he came out of USC? Again, I did not think he was the best quarterback in that draft class. I thought Josh Rosen was. And you see where Rosen is, and you see now where Sam Darnold is. But, I mean, you could see glimmers of hope and good quality out of Sam Darnold when he was with the Jets, and, of course, last year being with the Vikings. But, I mean, he has taken it to a whole nother level this year with that Seattle team, and he has done an absolutely fantastic job. And the Rams, as good a team as they are, Seattle, I thought on Friday was going to be just that little bit better, and Darnold truly was the one that made the difference.
He did. Now, Jackson Smith and Jigma had big plays. Yes. He had that one-handed catch. He had the 42-yard corner post that he ran. He had a touchdown on a blown coverage from the backfield. Rashid Shaheed, the Mount Carmel kid, balled out yesterday. He was hit on a deep shot using his speed to his advantage. How about Cooper Kupp against his former squad? Eastern Washington product that spent most of his career in L.A. with the Rams, had 3 critical third down conversions. Jake Bobo had a touchdown on a post corner. I mean, Darnold had a great day. His weapons showed up yesterday on Seattle's offense. And again, we thought they were just going to take the ball away from Matt Stafford, but they didn't. They were like, let's let Sam Darnold go be Sam Darnold. And that was probably the game of his life.
Yeah, absolutely. And now he gets a chance to go and beat the New England Patriots, a team that owned him in the early stages of his career with the Jets. He has a chance to right all of those wrongs from earlier on in his career and to do it on the biggest stage. I'm honestly, as much as I like the Patriots, as much as I like Drake May and this run that they've been on, you can't help but root for Sam Darnold in this redemption story against the New England Patriots from his early career.
I look at the ways like the Rams lost. We'll talk about the special teams. Special teams this weekend were not great.
No.
And special teams helps you win. Xavier Smith muffed 2 punts yesterday. One of them was like, why even try to catch? You want to have your punt returner catch the ball so it doesn't roll, right? And you lose field position. In the NFL in a championship game, margins matter, and you need field position. But with the wind and everything, like you want the ball at the very minimum. Xavier Smith muffed 2 punts yesterday that hurt the Rams. The second muff gave Seattle the ball on the Rams' 17-yard line, in which they scored a touchdown the very next play. It was the only turnover of the game. Rams finished 26th in special teams DVOA over the year. And this unit finally cost the team a playoff game. They couldn't survive the special teams problems, because I thought Matt Stafford played his ass off yesterday. He was making some great throws to some open receivers. I thought the scheme offensively for the Rams was good. The Rams all season long had been one of the best teams in the NFL. And I thought a team that could go into Seattle and get the victory, but it's all three phases. It's not just the offense and the defense. You have to do well in special teams, and in championship and important games, special teams need to be badass. And the Rams special teams cost them yesterday.
Mic on. And also, you talk about Matthew Stafford. We'll get to it a little bit more tomorrow during the sports thread. That might have been Matt Stafford's last game, at least from what he's considering. So that's a fantastic game played by both sides last night. And as you said earlier on in the show, that probably was the Super Bowl.
The cornerback weakness was exposed by the Rams. Another reason why they lost yesterday. Darius Williams got torched early in the game. Emmanuel Forbes didn't play defense in the first half. He played 24 snaps in the second. Kobe Durant gave up key third downs. He was flagged for holding to essentially end the game last night. Seattle knew where to attack too. That helped with Sam Darnold and being comfortable. And then the last one too for the Rams. Sean McVay, I think, is a really good coach. I like Sean McVay. Unlike Matt Scraby, who is dog, I like Sean McVay. I think he's a really good coach. It's a big reason why the Rams have been to the Super Bowl twice with him there and have been in a position now with the NFC Championship game. I mean, they have never really had a down year. I thought when the Rams decided to trade all their draft picks for current players to sell it for a Super Bowl, I thought they're going to have years of just being bad. Remember, like there was the rumor that Sean McVay might leave, get into TV, and retire early.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
He stayed, and the team has still been very good because despite not having any draft picks for a long period of time. Now they're starting to get them back. But the decision-making for Sean McVay didn't make any sense. The 4th and 4 from the 6-yard line that failed wasn't a great call. I mean, I thought that was a great call by Seattle's defense. Seattle showed 7 coming and ended up dropping everybody but 3. They dropped 4 off of that D-line look. They were like bringing the house, make Matt Stafford have to go something quick on a pre-snap read. Instead, Stafford thought the ball was going to have to come out hot. He's got 8 guys dropped back into coverage, and he had actually more time. He panics and forces a throw to not one of his better receivers. The season's on the line. I'm taking a one-on-one chance with Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams, not whoever they threw the ball to at the back of the end zone. That was one of the plays. The other one, I asked this in the open. Why didn't Sean McVay go for 2, went down 5 late in the third quarter? They get the 2-point conversion. They're down 3. It's 31-28. And on that 4th and 4 play, instead of going for it, you're kicking a field goal to tie it. Even if you don't get it, you're still down 5, which means you still have to kick. You still have to score a touchdown anyway. Mm-hmm. What's the difference being down 5 and 4? There's really no major difference between being down 5 and 4. There is a difference between being down 5 and 3. That decision didn't make any sense. It looked like he was talked out of potentially challenging that questionable spot on the Cooper Kupp 3rd down conversion, because he had the red challenge flag out and he ended up pocketing it. He was talking to the officials about it. I think he was talked out of that decision, which was another tough decision that that didn't go Sean McVay or the Rams' way. And then the last thing he did, he blamed a coverage bust late, after the game instead of Seattle's adjustment. But as much as they're not fireable offenses, they're big decision making in championship games, Frank, and ones that Sean McVay missed on a lot during this loss.
Yeah, and that is one thing. They're looking at late game management as being a big problem out of this game. And that's for McVay. He is a good coach. We know how good McVay is as a coach, praised mightily after winning a Super Bowl. But those are mistakes in a big moment that you cannot make if you're as good a coach as people say you are.
I mean, we asked the question, Sam Darnold officially erased his past? Or is the Super Bowl still the final test? Question to answer.
He faces it in 2 weeks.
We'll answer that question a little bit more in the 1 o'clock hour. We're diving into some college basketball as well. And some stuff with Dabo Swinney that affects San Diego in some way. Talk about that in the 1 o'clock hour.
Bet tonight.
Not a bad idea.
That I'll have more hits than you.
Let's do it right now.
How much you want to bet?
We'll do $5.
Oh God!
Oh, it hits well in the air. Oh, sick, dude. What a great leadoff! What a great leadoff!
Yeah. You want to be mic'd up?
Oh. No, Rick. There's the Joel we know. Well, you're lucky I'm a huge target at first, dude.
Someone gassed.
Shell's got to get us in, though. We're screwed next at bat. That's not great.
Zion. Are you? That is the saddest thing. Are you insane? That is sad. No confidence.
You better get a hit now.
It's like Moneyball. He's got no confidence. Ugly girlfriend.
Come on, Sam.
Oh, hose him!
Oh, we got it. Can we get a first baseman I can catch? One time, Matt. Nice. All right.
Glasses on too. That's why.
Oh, damn it. Can we score some runs? Play first base. All of a sudden, it's locked down.
Who bats after Q?
I think it's the other team.
Go! Go!
Show Braden how to run home.
Oh, damn it. Got onto that bat.
Hey, the Surprenant suck.
Come on, Cello.
I can play cello.
Oh, look at the throw.
Oh my God.
Oh, pick me, dude. You can't see it. It sucks.
I can't see anything.
Oh, I crawled back. Did you ask him to buy you a beer after that?
Hey.
Got us beer, dude.
You serious right now?
He does.
Dude, yeah, Ethan, seriously, dude.
I know. Hey, Ethan, sit next one. You don't boo nobodies. That's what I'm hearing.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Nice ball, Matt. Nice job.
I'm the best.
Hey, good job. Hey, we won. Nice job. Good job.
Good game, guys. Good game.
Let that big guy's going.
Good game. Where do you want me to sign, sir?
Like where you're always.
Don't set the Fox.
No, nobody makes me sign. But I'll whatever you need for your kids or whatever, like sign ball or anything. Let me know.
You're all over it.
Bet tonight.
Not a bad idea.
That I'll have more hits than you.
Let's do it right now.
How much you want to bet?
We'll do $5.
Oh God!
Oh, it hits well in the air. Oh, sick, dude. What a great leadoff! What a great leadoff!
Yeah. You want to be mic'd up?
Oh. No, Rick. There's the Joel we know. Well, you're lucky I'm a huge target at first, dude.
Someone gassed.
Shell's got to get us in, though. We're screwed next at bat. That's not great.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Zion. Are you? That is the saddest thing. Are you insane? That is sad. No confidence.
You better get a hit now.
It's like Moneyball. He's got no confidence. Ugly girlfriend.
Come on, Sam.
Oh, hose him!
Oh, we got it. Can we get a first baseman I can catch? One time, Matt. Nice. All right.
Glasses on too. That's why.
Oh, damn it. Can we score some runs? Play first base. All of a sudden, it's locked down.
who bats after Q?
I think it's the other team.
Go!
Go!
Show Braden how to run home. Oh, damn it. Got onto that bad.
Final hour of the Braden Surprenant Show on a Monday. We will be at the Padres Blood Drive tomorrow out at Petco Park. Blood Drive will be on, they're doing from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow at Petco Park. You can make an appointment at the Blood Bank website to go down to the Blood Drive and be able to donate blood, help a lot of people out. Padres always do a good job putting on the Blood Drive in partnership with the San Diego Blood Bank. We will have Claudine Van Gonka on tomorrow as we're down there at Petco Park. So if you're going down to downtown tomorrow, want to donate blood, swing by Petco Park. Again, you might have to make an appointment before. They do take some walk-ins, but it's great for you to go out there and donate blood. You help a lot of people out. Myself included. I have been the beneficiary of the blood bank, and it's a big deal for us here on the Braden Surprenant Show. So look forward to seeing you guys out there tomorrow. We will be out there live from 10 to 2, trying to get as much blood donated as possible. You're saving a lot of lives out there. You're really making an impact. And, we usually have a couple of stories for you, for people that have benefited from the blood bank. So we will be doing that tomorrow. Should be a good time down there at Petco Park. Yeah, Frank's going to be out there in the wild tomorrow. How about that? Come out and see Frank. 10 to 2 tomorrow. Petco Park Blood Drive. I'll be at St. Augustine High School tomorrow for the so they do intercession in January. Intercession's cool. It was almost I almost wanted to go to Saints just for intercession. So St. Augustine High School is a pretty cool thing. They do an intercession program. They've been doing this for a long time now. So they have the first semester, right? And then it ends for a Christmas break. And then the month of January, Frank, is almost like an internship class.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you do a different one every year that you're there. And so they have, I think the seniors are able to go out a little bit more, but they have different programs that you can sign up for. And that is your class for January. And then they start the second semester in February. But all of January, you have intercession. And there's a lot of different programs out there that you could do. I think one of my friends did a cooking class one time, so they did cooking for the whole time. I think one of my other friends did surfing. Like, there's fun stuff, but then there's stuff that involves like internships. We have a couple of St. Augustine students at Fitness Quest right now that are interning at the gym every single day.
Nice.
That are part of the intercession program. I think one of their teachers showed up today, actually, make sure they were doing what they needed to do. Mm-hmm. And I remember, I think your freshman year, you have to take speech class. So your freshman year, you don't have to participate in the fun stuff. You got to do speech class. But I'll be down there tomorrow for the for intercession. We'll talk about that. I'll tell you the details of that in a second. But it is time for today's biggest fan. And congratulations, today's biggest fan, Jessica Graham in Lakeside. You're today's biggest fan, Jessica Graham in Lakeside. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. And you'll qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember to register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. Jessica Graham, you got 10 minutes to give us a call, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Jessica Graham is today's biggest fan. So, anyway. I'll be doing that for their media. I think they have like a media class or something like that. Sports and media.
Yeah, that's cool.
Deal. So I'll be there tomorrow morning before heading down to the blood drive. So lots of driving around San Diego tomorrow for this. Should be fun. So I'll be down there in North Park tomorrow over at Saints. And then I got career day coming up for Cathedral, which is great. Try to give back to the community, Frank, as much as we can.
Yeah, I would love. I mean, I would always love to do stuff like that. I mean, that is a lot of fun. You're trying to get young people who think that they have what it takes or want to do this job and get that next generation in. I mean, radio's never going to go away. Radio is never going to die. And it's important to get the next generation involved as much as you possibly can. So I love hearing about things like that. I would love to do them. But yeah, I mean, it's an incredible opportunity that those kids have, and they should really take hold of it.
Yeah, big and a thank you to Tom Isaac, who is running that class and invited me to come speak to their class. So that's going to be tomorrow. It'll be cool. It is their class is called Career in Sports class. So that's the intercession class I'm talking at, Career in Sports. So that's cool. 833-288-973. Jessica Graham, you got a couple minutes now, like 8 minutes left. Give us a call. You're today's biggest fan. All right, let's talk about the NFL a little bit. And the Sam Darnold thing, like has Sam Darnold resurrected his career after yesterday, or does he have to win the Super Bowl? He's definitely resurrected his career. Has he changed the outcome of his career and how you evaluate Sam Darnold? Is he now one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL? I mean, last 2 years, he's been one of the best, and now he's in the Super Bowl.
I don't think a Super Bowl defines... I don't think winning a Super Bowl defines his career because it's an outlier of a season from the rest of his career. I think he needs to do it a little bit more consistently.
Be 2 years in a row. How many more years in a row does he need?
Is this not the first year where he's actually led a team for all 17 games?
He did the same thing last year.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did it with the Vikings since J.J. McCarthy got hurt in the preseason. Sam Darnold played the whole season. He played 17 games last year and went 14-3. He's got 14-3 back-to-back years. Unless he goes to like 2-13 next year or whatever it is, 2-15 because they play 17 games now. I mean, if he makes the playoffs the next couple of years, because winning a Super Bowl is such a crapshoot because you need so many different things to go right for you. You need to stay healthy as an organization. You need to have the right defense. You got to have the right offensive line. You got to have enough playmakers on offense. You got to, get the right path and get the right matchups to the Super Bowl. It's a stars have to align for you to win a Super Bowl in the National Football League. And so for a guy like Sam Darnold, I mean, to go back-to-back seasons going 14-3, that's a pretty remarkable stretch.
He certainly will not be considered a bust anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
absolutely not.
He has played himself out of that conversation. Now, whether or not he plays himself into the elite quarterback conversation, I don't think a Super Bowl does that. I think a couple more years of sustained success and some sustained playoff runs, I think that could do it. But he's a lot closer now to playing up to the potential that everyone thought he was going to get to than he was a couple years ago.
So we talked about the AFC and NFC championship games. Let's dive into what happened also over the weekend with the situation at hand with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, the Steelers decided to hire Mike McCarthy. And I just, like, Steelers fans, I'm telling you, I don't know why. The celebration of Mike Tomlin getting fired was one thing. Except he didn't get fired. He walked away. Never mind. The celebration of Mike Tomlin walking away from the Steelers is one thing, right? Because everybody thought, like, Mike Tomlin's the reason why they're not doing well. Is it Mike Tomlin, or is it the fact that the roster's not very good and they're in quarterback purgatory? And the Pittsburgh Steelers could have used Sam Darnold, huh, Frank?
Yeah, well,
at this point in time,
they could use they could really use a star quarterback, big name quarterback like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no, don't.
Oh, wait a minute.
They could probably use a Baker Mayfield, maybe. Hey. So Steelers fans were just they were so overjoyed by Mike Tomlin leaving, to the point where I'm like, all right, well, if they go hire like some young offensive coordinator, young playmaker or play caller, maybe that's what needs to get him over the hump. And that's where I thought they were going to go. And instead, they hired Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, now, succeeds Mike Tomlin 16 years after beating Mike Tomlin in the Super Bowl with the Packers. How much of this is because he's a Pittsburgh native? Is that the reason why they hired Mike McCarthy? I mean, talk about a retread. I don't get it. I don't get it. He also, by the way, becomes the oldest head coach in Pittsburgh Steelers history at age 62.
It's such a departure of norms from what we see out of Pittsburgh. I mean, what they've had, as you said a couple days ago, they've had 4 coaches since 1969. That's a long time to only have 4 different head coaches. McCarthy is old. He has jumped around a lot, didn't coach last year. This almost completely wipes out any opportunity that Aaron Rodgers comes back, because Rodgers is the one that got him fired in Green Bay.
That's right.
So, what are we?
Rodgers didn't want him anymore in Green Bay.
Yeah. So now you're going to reunite the both of them in Pittsburgh? No. I mean, this is.
You got to go get a quarterback now. I mean, you could talk about whatever his name is with the old Kansas State, Ohio State quarterback that they have there. I don't think he's the answer either. But I know Mike McCarthy has coached in 310 NFL head coaching games. I know he's got 185 wins, 6 most for the last 20 years. I know he's had 11 seasons with 10 plus wins since 2006. But you got another guy that can't win in the playoffs. I know the Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2016, but you look at Mike McCarthy, a lot of his success came in the early years of him being in Green Bay. And then he couldn't get the job done in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, may I add.
Yeah. And
they won that Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't do anything after that. So you hired a guy that's a lot like Mike Tomlin. I don't understand. I don't get the hire. I don't understand what they're doing. And here's where they're in trouble is the Rooney family runs a good organization with the Steelers, but Art Rooney II doesn't like the word rebuild. Brother, you might have to rebuild over there in Pittsburgh. You have not done the rebuild the last couple of years, and you have been in mediocrity. You've been just mediocre. Good enough to make the playoffs, not good enough to advance, and not bad enough to get good draft picks. You're just right there in the middle of mediocrity. But I don't understand how you could be excited if you're a Steelers fan for Mike McCarthy. I don't get it. I mean, what a retread. Green Bay's head coach 06 to 18, Cowboys 2020 to 2024. I mean, it's funny. I got friends that are Cowboys are it's a great hire for we love Mike McCarthy. For
why'd you fire him then?
Getting your ass kicked by the Packers in the playoffs? I mean, come on. He went to the Super Bowl that one time. In 2010, when they went 10-6, they finished second in the division, and then they lost in the divisional games multiple times. He made it to the NFC Championship game twice in Green Bay after that. But you're talking about, you hired a guy that literally did the exact same thing that Mike Tomlin's done. Got you to the playoffs and couldn't win in the playoffs. Oh, so instead of going 10-6, they went 12-4 and 11-5 twice. But look at his stuff. I don't know how this is any better. So he goes in 06, they were 8-8. They went 13-3, right? They're starting the process for the Packers. Then 6-10, and then this is his stretch, right? He's got Aaron Rodgers in his prime. They go to the Super Bowl one time. They won it. They beat the Steelers. And then after that, this is what they did. 2011, they went 15-1 after going to the Super Bowl and winning it. They finished first in the NFC North, and they went 0-1 in the playoffs. Lost to the Giants in their first game of the divisional round as a bye. So probably the first seed as 15-1. In 2012, they went 11-5, first in the NFC North. They went 1-1. They won one game and then lost in the divisional game. In 2013, they barely snuck into the playoffs at 8-7-1. They lost to San Francisco in the wild card game. In 2014, they finally made it back to the NFC Championship game because they were in the divisional round already. They went 1-1 out. 2015, finished second in the division, lost to the Arizona Cardinals in the divisional game. Went 1-1 that year after winning a wild card game. 2016 made the playoffs again and lost to Atlanta in the championship game. Well, I guess they got there. Went 2-1 in the playoffs. 2017 didn't make the playoffs. 2018 he got fired and didn't make the playoffs. He goes to Dallas, goes 6-10, third in the NFC East, and then in Dallas they made the playoffs 3 years in a row. 0-1 twice, 1-1 one time. They never got out of the divisional round. Lost in the wild card twice, lost in divisional round once. They had good football teams in Dallas those years. They had loaded offenses. They had Dak Prescott in his prime before he had signed a contract, and they couldn't get the job done in the playoffs. What has Mike Tomlin been criticized for in Pittsburgh? Not getting the job done in the playoffs. And then Dallas's last year, they go 7-10. He gets fired after spending 5 seasons in Dallas, and that's the guy that's going to be better than what Mike Tomlin got you? Steelers fans, stop drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I don't know how you are excited. How are you so happy that Mike Tomlin's gone, yet excited that Mike McCarthy is your new head football coach? Am I missing something here? Am I missing something, Frank? Where is it? I don't understand how Steelers fans are excited by the Mike McCarthy hire. I don't get it.
Grass is greener. We finally got we finally got the change. So now anything is good now because you thought that Tomlin was done. So now you got him out. McCarthy is a name. You can't argue with that. He certainly is a name. And just we're gonna roll with a name now. That's all we got.
Mike Tomlin got out when he needed to, right? He got out when he needed to. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season as the Steelers head coach. And by the way, same thing. He won the Super Bowl in 2008 and then never got back there. Right? Isn't that exactly what I just said Mike Tomlin did? I mean, sorry, with what's his name did? He got back there twice. Okay, never mind. He got back there 2 years later and they lost to Green Bay. But Mike Tomlin got to the Super Bowl and then never got back. Mike McCarthy won the Super Bowl and never got back. It's the same deal. He made the AFC Championship game once. Since winning the Super Bowl, Mike Tomlin, since winning the Super Bowl in 2008, made the AFC Championship game twice. Mike McCarthy, since winning the Super Bowl in Green Bay, got back to the NFC Championship game twice. You hired the exact same guy, except he's offensive-minded instead of defensive-minded. And you got a coach that's been a head coach before instead of a first-time coach. Aside from that, they relatively have had the same careers as head coaches, except Mike Tomlin's been to 2 Super Bowls and Mike McCarthy's been to 1. I don't get it. The Steelers fans I know were excited about the Mike McCarthy hire. I don't understand why. There's got to be a lot of Steelers fans that aren't happy about it, but it's literally the exact same guy. What's that meme of that guy's opening up he's got the flannel on for his Christmas present, and then he pulls up the flannel, and it's the exact same shirt? That's the Steelers with Mike Tomlin and Mike McCarthy. In fact, their first names are the same. It's the same guy, same coach. 833-288-973, 833-288-973. I'll get your phone calls when we come back as we continue our conversation on the Braden Surprenant Show, standing as number one sports station 97 through the Fan. I do want to mention, Mike McCarthy was not fired in Dallas. They just didn't renew his contract. So he wasn't officially fired. They just didn't renew the contract. But I asked the question because Steelers fans were talking about it over the weekend. Excited about Mike McCarthy and excited about Mike Tomlin leaving. Brother, you signed the exact same head coach. It's the same guy. It's literally the same guy. Do very well in the regular season. Can't get you to the promised land of the playoffs. They both went to the same amount of AFC and NFC championship games since they won the Super Bowl as a head coach. They both won the Super Bowl a long time ago. 2010 for Mike McCarthy, who actually beat Mike Tomlin in the Super Bowl, and 2008 for Mike Tomlin in his second year as a head coach. Both teams made it to the AFC and NFC championship team. Both guys made it the exact number of AFC and NFC championship games since they won the Super Bowl. It's the same guy. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Eric in Chula Vista wants to jump on the show. Eric, what's going on, man?
Not much. Braden, Frank, enjoy your show. You guys do a great job having a great show today.
Thank you.
Recently off the DL, so I've kind of been out of touch, but I was listening to your show earlier today as well when I was on the road, and thank you for putting in the Padres giveaway schedule. I thought that was pretty cool that we kind of know what's going on. And the one thing I want to chime in on is the City Connects. If it was up to me, I'm born and raised in San Diego, lifelong Padres fan. I don't want to see the City Connects until they walk out on that field for the first game they play in them. So that's just my take. I want it to be a surprise, because you're not going to be able to please everybody. Half the people are going to hate them. Half the people are going to love them. So I would rather just say, you know what, keep it under wraps until that game happens, and here you go. That's it. Good show. Thanks, guys.
I like it, Eric. That's actually not a bad call, Eric.
That's a wonderful idea.
I like that idea. Appreciate the phone call. Now, here's the deal. This is what you have them do. This is what they should do. They won't, because they plan this out so far in advance and stuff. They probably already have all the unveiled plan and all that stuff. But what you could have done, maybe they could still do this. Who knows? You unveil the uniforms when they take the field, when they announce the starting lineup, right? And it's like,
That's
oh,
what
you're
you
San
just
Diego
said.
Padres. No, hold on, listen. That means they have to warm up in something else. That means they have, because they can't have that. And that means like all the graphics and stuff around the ballpark can't be the City Connect colors, right? So what you should have them do, like warm up in the old City Connect stuff the whole time. Have the old City Connect ribbon boards, all that stuff. And then when Alex Miniak announces your San Diego Padres, like they can't be in the dugout because then they'd be showing them off. They have to come from the locker room, like straight out, from the clubhouse straight out, the starters do, and then you would have it all unveil. That actually be pretty cool.
That would be insane. Yeah, that would be great.
I'd be in on that. Everybody always wants something right now. I mean, you wait for like the first time that they wear them. You're like in anticipation, like, oh, I can't wait to see what the uniforms look like. Let's see
The
what the colors look like.
anticipation in that building would be insane.
It'd be like an opening day. Trying to see what the uniforms are. The problem is, the other thing you couldn't have.
Oh, that's a good graphical
Yeah.
note there from Cole Brooks to have
Colors
the
melt into the new ones on the
have
board.
Yep. That would be so cool.
And then that's when you unveil it at all the shops. As soon as they do that, you flip it all over.
Mm-hmm.
You would need the starting pitcher to warm up in the batting cage down below, though. You couldn't have him out there in the uniform. It's the only thing that would make it difficult. But that would be kind of cool. I like that idea, Eric.
We'll be at Petco tomorrow. Maybe we can slip a couple notes in there.
I guarantee you they have all of that already planned out. And they do a really good job with all that stuff. So
hey, plans could be tweaked until it's in the process of happening.
I know. They could do that, though. Today, when we had all the giveaway items, and one of them was the City Connect. Show the Tatis bobblehead. It's blank. Come on. You think they're going to do that? Come on. Let's get out to Dexter in Spring Valley. Dexter, what's going on, man?
Okay, we're talking about City Connects. I think because they're called City Connects, why aren't those the unis that are used during the All-Star game? Because, I mean, they're connected to their city, right? So why not have them wear their City Connect unis during the actual game for the All-Star game? And it's like, people who are outside of, say, like Cincinnati, and they see the Cincinnati City Connects, they'll go, oh, hey, those are really cool. I want to order that. Or, they see the Padres ones. Oh, I like the Padres one. I want to order that. So I think that's what they should be doing, every year. They have City Connects for a reason. Why not make those the All-Star game unis? And then number two, if they're going to they're doing the new City Connects, I really hope that they harken back to the Randy Jones era of the Padres, or what Steve Garvey used to call the Taco Bell wrapper uniforms, because I think those are the ones the fans will connect with, especially those colors.
Dexter, appreciate the phone call. I think people have discussed the City Connect at the All-Star game before. The problem is they're all different colors. So like, you couldn't all do the City Connect ones because there's not, the American League doesn't have only gray or gray versions, and the home, and the National League doesn't have all white, whatever, so it would just be too much, right? Also, not every team has one. 2 teams don't have City Connect jerseys. Can you name me the two teams that don't have City Connect jerseys?
The stupid Yankees are one of them.
Yeah, the Yankees maintain a strict no alternate jersey policy,
which is ridiculous.
Everybody in baseball has got to do this, but the Yankees are like, we're not doing that.
The Notre Dame of Major League Baseball.
They are the Notre Dame. That's you know what? That's Frank's best call in a couple of weeks. The New York Yankees are the Notre Dame of Major League Baseball. Don't want to cooperate. They just take their ball and go home, and they don't get their way. They decline to participate due to their strict tradition of only wearing pinstripes at home. Stupid. But yes, that's one of them. Who is the other team in Major League Baseball that doesn't have a City Connect jersey?
Trying to think here. Just trying to go through the divisions. No, the Rockies have one. Is American or National League?
They're in the American League.
No, Cleveland's got one.
Now,
see, like Cleveland and the White Sox, they have just so many alternates that it's like.
I'm double checking this one because I know they have alternate uniforms, but I haven't seen it.
Would it be the White Sox then?
No, they have. Oh. They had the South Side ones that were sweet.
No, Go Aztecs, I think is right. Is it Oaklamento?
Oaklamento. They don't have a city, so they don't have City Connects. It's kind of hard to have a City Connect when you don't have a city to play in.
Yeah, that is
yes,
a fair
the
point.
A's don't have a City Connect. They declined to have one because they were moving to Sacramento, and that's not going to be the place that they end up. So they probably won't get one until they go to Vegas. I'm sure they'll have a City Connect when they debut in Vegas, whatever year that is. No, don't say the Yankees are smart, dude. It's fun.
Yeah, no, the Yankees are never smart. Stop saying the Yankees are smart.
Well, he's a Yankees fan and a Notre Dame fan. I wonder if Adam Paul likes I wonder if he likes the Lakers too. Like the Cowboys fan too? Like all the 90s teams? I like that idea from Eric. I think it's a pretty good idea. I think a lot of fans want the blue and orange back to some extent. Those people are millennials to the beginning of Gen Z because that's what you grew up watching. Everybody wants the uniforms of the Padres to be what they grew up watching. The big push for the brown and gold were the people in the era that grew up with the brown and gold. And now the people that are, millennials grew up with the blue and orange. They want the blue and orange back. 833-288-973, 833-288-973. We're going to finish up with college basketball. San Diego State had a big game on Saturday against UNLV. How did they do? Well, they did win. But what did we take away from that game? Plus the week ahead for USD, UCSD, and San Diego State in college basketball as they all are competing here in the second half of conference play. We'll keep you updated when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. the weight room.
Yu's bat, it has a new bat.
Oh, he's got
and
one.
nobody's gone deep in it with it yet. But he's about to film me do it.
We got on top of it.
Go,
Go, go, go, go, go.
Oh, ain't nobody else wearing a water t-shirt. Expand.
Ah. Down.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Easy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm sorry?
You hanging out with his sister too much that he gets hurt?
Okay,
He gets placed in the
now
IL?
Now that the mics come on, you want to say that
I'm just
story?
saying,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Hey, man. He goes to the IL. All of a sudden, you would hang out with his sister. He goes to the IL.
I guess I have a noodle. A large.
Hey, good job,
soft,
Sam.
Wet.
God. Sorry, bad and last.
Coming.
Down! Wow.
That was a hose.
Stay down. Good. Please catch it. Nice.
Drink Mountain Valley, baby.
I don't know. He is wearing a Panthers
Oh,
hat.
that's a good one.
What a team guy. Unlike
You know
Matt.
what? Cam Newton.
Selfish. I like Jalen Hurts more. I like Cam Newton. I'll go Jalen
Something
Hurts.
about Flacco, though.
That's why you're batting last.
Something about Flacco, I trust. This gets me going.
Look at that
Oh, look at the
PFP.
PFPs by one.
It's like it's everything that I
Oh,
want.
good oppo shot.
Nicky,
Oh, Nicky! That away, Nicky! Come on, Ethan! Go, Ethan! Why are you stopping?
Braden running.
This is why we can't win a ball game. We have no awareness on the pass. Like it's just.
Why did he stop?
I expect better from
Everyone
you.
else remember when he's 20 minutes? I didn't want to pass him.
What a team guy. Joel's such a team guy compared
reminds
to
me of Cam
Matt,
Newton
who's
refusing
not
to
a
jump on
not
that
a team
fourth
guy.
Go ball! Go ball!
Oh, off the wall! Hit the weight room.
Yu's bat, it has a new bat.
Oh, he's got
and
one.
nobody's gone deep in it with it yet. But he's about to film me do it.
We got on top of it.
Go,
Go, go, go, go, go.
Oh, ain't nobody else wearing a water t-shirt. Expand.
Ah. Down.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Easy.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm sorry?
You hanging out with his sister too much that he gets hurt?
Okay,
he goes to get placed in the
now
IL?
that the mics come on, you want to say that
I'm just
story?
saying,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Hey, man. He goes to the IL. All of a sudden, you would hang out with his sister. He goes to the IL.
I guess I have a noodle. A large.
Hey, good job,
soft,
Sam.
Wet.
God. Sorry, bad and last.
Coming.
Down! Wow.
That was a hose.
Stay down. Good. Please catch it. Nice.
Drink Mountain Valley, baby.
I don't know. He is wearing a Panthers
Oh,
hat.
that's a good one.
What a team guy. Unlike
You know
Matt.
what? Cam Newton.
Selfish. I like Jalen Hurts more. I like Cam Newton. I'll go Jalen
Something
Hurts.
about Flacco, though.
That's why you're batting last.
Something about Flacco, I trust. This gets me going.
Look at that
Oh, look
PFP.
at the PFPs by one.
It's like it's everything that I
Oh,
want.
good oppo shot.
Nicky,
Oh, Nicky! That away, Nicky! Come on, Ethan! Go, Ethan! Why are you stopping?
Braden running.
This is why we can't win a ball game. We have no awareness on the pass. Like it's just.
Why did he stop?
I expect better from
Everyone
you.
else remember when he's 20 minutes? I didn't want to pass him.
What a team guy. Joel's such a team guy compared
reminds
to
me of Cam
Matt,
Newton
who's
refusing
not
to
a
jump on
not
that
a team
fourth
guy.
Go ball! Go ball!
Oh, off the wall! Hit the weight room.
Yu's bat, it has a new bat.
Oh, he's got
and
one.
nobody's gone deep in it with it yet. But he's about to film me do it.
We got on top of it.
Go,
Go, go, go, go, go.
Oh, ain't nobody else wearing a water t-shirt. Expand.
Ah. Down.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Easy.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm
sorry?
You hanging out with his sister too much that he gets hurt?
Okay,
he goes to get placed in
now
the
that
IL?
Now that the mics come on, you want to say that
I'm just
story is
saying, dude.
crazy.
Hey, man. He goes to the IL. All of a sudden, you would hang out with his sister. He goes to the IL.
I guess I have a noodle. A large.
Hey, good job,
soft,
Sam.
Wet.
God. Sorry, batting last.
Coming.
Down! Wow.
That was a hose.
Stay down. Good. Please catch it. Nice.
Drink Mountain Valley, baby.
I don't know. He is wearing a Panthers hat.
Oh, that's a good one.
What a team guy. I like
You know
Matt.
what? Cam Newton.
Selfish. I like Jalen Hurts more. I like Cam Newton. I'll go Jalen
Something
Hurts.
about Flacco, though.
That's why you're batting last.
Something about Flacco, I trust. This gets me going.
Look at that
Oh, look at
PFP.
the PFPs by one.
It's like it's everything that I
Oh,
want.
good oppo shot.
Nicky,
Hey, Nicky! That away, Nicky! Come on, Ethan! Go, Ethan! August 97 to the fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with the crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. Tomorrow, we will be broadcasting live from Petco Park at the Padres Blood Drive. We'll be down there trying to get some people to donate blood, help a lot of people out there. So it should be really great to be down there at Petco Park. I'm looking forward to it. Love being involved with the I love being involved with the blood drive. It's really awesome. So we're looking forward to that tomorrow down there at Petco Park. This will be Frank's first blood drive that he works at, right?
Yeah, I did. I was here when you and Scraby were out there last year.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, Gwen and Chris did the. I filled in with Gwen and Chris to help with the blood drive.
Yes.
So,
the last time I donated blood, the bus was here. I'm
they
trying
come
to
here
remember.
every once in a while.
Yeah, I was trying to remember when that was because I did the plasma donation, and I know the donation goes like you can't donate for X amount of time. I know that extends when you do the plasma donation. But I would, if I'm able to give blood tomorrow, I'll absolutely be 100% all about it.
Yeah, you got to fill out a questionnaire and all that stuff. It's easier when you make appointments. They do take walk-ups, I think, as well. Claudine will have all the information for us tomorrow, kind of the midway point of their day. We're going to be down there from 10 to 2 o'clock. The blood drive is running from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Petco Park tomorrow. So if you have an opportunity to donate blood, if you're in the downtown area tomorrow as part of your work day and you want to sneak away for a little bit, they do hook you up with free food, and they have some other giveaways that they usually do. They usually hook you up with something that involves the Padres also. I don't know all the details yet. We'll find that out tomorrow when we're down there from Claudine. So should be a good time.
Where were you guys camped out last year?
Last year, so we've been at a couple of different spots with the blood drive. Last year, when you were walking through the gates on the east side, by the it's on the first, it's right field, the right field entrance.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the right field more towards first base than like the back, if you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That big entrance, as you walk through, we were like a couple of booths in.
So this year, from what I'm getting from Presley, our promotions head here, it's going to be at Gallagher Square this year. And we're going to be using the East Village gate for the entrance. So it sounds like the blood drive is going to be more or less inside Petco Park, inside Gallagher Square.
Yeah, that's exactly where it was last year.
Okay.
I think that is the East Village gate, the one I was talking about.
Okay.
Because that is the East Village side of the ballpark. I don't think they use the one in the back too much, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Should be a good time. We're looking forward to it. Let's get to couple of things. Here's we do have our boy Rod calling in. Rod in San Diego, you're on the Braden Surprenant show. What's going on, Rod?
Yo, what's up, guys? Just wanted to send a little challenge out to all the people listening, and especially those on the chat fam that's in the YouTube chat. Tier 1s, all of you. We should all go donate. It'd be nothing but a good thing for the county and a good thing for the station, and Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Challenge all you guys out there. I'll be there tomorrow, guys.
I love it, Rod. Thanks again. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for early thank you to come out to the blood drive tomorrow. We're gonna get a little group out there to help represent and help our community out. We're looking forward to that. Big thank you to Rod for the challenge out there. Really appreciate it. All right, let's get to some things with college basketball. College basketball over the weekend. San Diego State had a game against UNLV. San Diego State struggled a little bit early, but they were able to turn it on against the Rebs. Rebs aren't very good anymore. I mean, UNLV is just not. I don't know. They're stuck in the past most of the time. But the Aztecs responded to a controversial loss at Grand Canyon with a best offensive performance of conference play. The win keeps the Aztecs alone atop the Mountain West at 8-1 while tightening the race behind them. San Diego State improves to 4-1 on the road in league play, arguably the most impressive number on the resume so far. Whether or not the committee will look at it like that remains to be seen. They're still the number one team in the Mountain West Conference in standings, so they are in the latest bracketology from Joe Lunardi. They update that tomorrow, so you will have a new one tomorrow from Joe Lunardi. There are a lot of games tonight that will have an impact. Of course, Arizona BYU is a massive game in college basketball tonight in the Big 12. We will, discuss that in a second with some of the moves and everything out with the first four out, next four out, and everything like that. New Mexico is still a team that is the last four in on the list, and Utah State is still a team that is in the NCAA tournament as according to Joe Lunardi. That's three teams in the Mountain West Conference representing in the NCAA tournament in terms of these predictions, if you will. 4-0 this season are the Aztecs in the red uniforms. I thought those were the cursed red uniforms. 9-0 under Brian Dutcher when they wear them. They just the problem is they're just all close games usually. Average margin of victory in the red now is 14.5 points. Once considered cursed, the Reds have quietly become a confidence uniform. Players openly acknowledge the superstition and embrace it. Quote from Miles Bird, maybe we have to stick to the Reds on the road. What do you think about the Reds on the road? I like the Reds. I think they're cool. But they have always been so worried about the red uniforms because those are the games that come down to the wire. They have in the past. They thought the uniforms were cursed.
Better than the teal, honestly.
They have bad luck in the teal.
Lost to Temple in the teal.
The teal.
Or it lost to Troy in the teal.
Yeah. But I will say this, the red that they were all afraid of, they're playing a lot better. And I know they're afraid of it because I've been there now twice to call a USD basketball game. And both times, I'm pretty sure the Aztecs have worn red now. One in a preseason, one in the regular season, and the back-to-back years that they were wearing the red, the talking amongst the athletic department at San Diego State was like, "Oh, they're wearing the red today. They might be in trouble." It's like even though they had the metrics were way better than USD, the was like, "We're wearing the red today. We know it's not good for us. We should not wear the red."
How do you like? I know at least when I was growing up in high school, when we were playing baseball, it was whoever was the starting pitcher that day picked the next uniform.
That's a baseball thing.
Yeah. How do you, like for a different sport, like for basketball, how do you decide, it's a red letter day tomorrow, as Mark Siegler said in his headline the other night?
I think the team probably picks. I don't know. I don't know how they pick. I know like there are, when I was at TCU, just with football, like Nike as being one of the Nike flagship programs, Oregon was always above everybody else, but then there was like 5 or 6 flagship schools of Nike, and TCU is one of those schools. And part of their deal was Nike gets to create uniforms for them that they have to wear at least 3 times during the season in order to renew the contract of being a flagship. So sometimes there's uniforms that they have to do and have to wear. So I don't know if that's part of the deal, since they are one of the lone Jumpman schools, San Diego State. But I don't know how they pick. I'm sure a lot of it's like marketing wise and stuff. I don't know if the kids get to pick. I mean, it's a good question for the Aztecs. I don't know, but they've started to wear the red a little bit more on the road, and the red looks good.
Really, really quick. Tommy says in the chat, hello, guys from Ada, Oklahoma. When do Padres pitchers and catchers report? 14 days, 23 hours, 20 minutes, and 7.6543 seconds. That is when pitchers and catchers report.
You can check our website, 97thfantasy.com.
Yes.
It has a countdown for you.
Back to basketball.
All right. Mark Ziegler laid out a lot of big things in his analysis of the three things that he learned from the game on Saturday. One of them was the Miles Bird response game. Miles Bird's 6 point. We talked about it. Miles Bird was awful at Grand Canyon, and he needed to be good against Grand. He needed to have a day, and he didn't. He had 6 points. He was 0 for 6 from 3. He forced a lot of shots. It didn't look very good. And then he had a bounce back game, and that's what San Diego State needed, especially with Magoon Guath being out. 23 points, 7 for 8 from the field, 5 for 5 from 3. Hit a 35-footer at the shot clock buzzer that crushed UNLV's momentum in that game. Miles Bird needed to have a big game. He did have that big game, and he's going to have to continue to have a big game. He was one of the guys that was on the fence about not coming back to San Diego State because of the NBA draft and potentially being an NBA recruit. You want to be an NBA guy? You got to take over ball games, and you got to take over games when Magoon Guath is out. Miles Bird did that on Saturday against UNLV.
Yeah, and especially when he did not do that against Grand Canyon. You need to take over most games that you're in. Some games, of course, we talked about the atmosphere at Grand Canyon. There's going to be atmospheres like that in the NBA as well. So you're going to need to break out, and he definitely did that in a big way against UNLV on Saturday night. Saturday afternoon. As
pointed out by Mark Ziegler in his reporting, he said Bird rewatched the Grand Canyon loss at 3 a.m, acknowledged the poor shot selection, slowed the game down, took step-in rhythm threes instead of forced looks. And according to Mark Ziegler on Brian Dutcher, he said that Bird plays with extreme emotion. That's why he makes plays defensively. The challenge is not pressing offensively. Bird is now shooting 34.6% from 3, a career best. I will say this for players. Like, you can play defense emotionally like that, but in basketball, you can't be in that emotional mindset because then you start to force stuff. And we saw Miles Bird do that against Grand Canyon, and we didn't see him do that against UNLV. That's a huge factor. You know, you could play emotionally like on the defensive side of things. You could do that in certain sports like football. You can't do that on the offensive side of things in basketball because it's a lot like baseball. You don't want an emotional hitter.
No, you have to take what comes to you.
You don't want an emotional hitter. You don't want an emotional player in the box. Same thing in basketball. You don't want a guy making decisions on shots who's playing an emotional game. And so he needs to use that emotion to be aggressive on defense, but then be able to calm things down on the offensive end. That's very difficult to do, but something that obviously Brian Dutcher believes that Miles Bird can do. After a previous 20-point game this season, 7.8 points per game, 13.9% from 3 the next game, Miles Bird did a lot better than that against UNLV.
Absolutely.
Got an update on Magoon Guath. He missed the second straight game. Dutcher says he's doubtful for Colorado State. Timeline unclear, but it could be 2 to 4 weeks, according to Mark Ziegler's reporting. San Diego State might be able to survive this because Guath really hasn't been fully healthy all season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're missing all of Magoon Guath. It's not great to have him on the side, but he has often been off the floor lately anyway. And you have Jeremiah Odin now in the starting lineup. Ty Simmons is a key bench piece. More 4-guard lineups for San Diego State. They got a deep team. They can overcome Magoon Guath missing a little bit of time. But in order to make the push that they want to do in the Mountain West Conference tournament and the NCAA tournament, they got to get Magoon Guath healthy.
Absolutely.
He is a major contributor to this team. We're going to talk more Aztecs basketball tomorrow. Got a lot of different things that we were unable to get to with Aztec basketball, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll also talk about the UCSD in action over the weekend as well. Got a lot to break down in tomorrow's show, but coming up next, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ella, Matt Scraby with Gwynn and Chris on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.